You're watching Governor's Comedy Club Podcasts. Your favorite comedians at your favorite comedy club.
We are so freaking proud of you. It's never too late to go back.
What's up, everybody? Yes, and welcome to Live from the Governor's Green Room right here with me, Don Sill, and Tony Walker Fresh to Death. We are here at Levittown, Long Island, the great legendary comedy club, and it is live from the Governor's Green Room. We are live. Comedians are... Hey, James. Hello, sir. James, the owner of the great club, the great establishment. He's becoming a legend as well, well spoken of in the comedy world. But yeah, we're here rocking out, man. Tony Walker Fresh to Death. How's it going?
What's happening, baby?
Man, it's all good in the hood. I always love coming here on a Saturday night when the energy is just vibing out. You can hear them all, everyone with the comics.
Yes.
Yeah, they're all just chilling in the hallway, chilling in the green room. Shows are just about to start all over the place, and comics are going to go up. We have Mike Keegan and friends in the Giggle Room, including one of our own here, Rosie Fiamora?
Rosie Fiamora.
Yeah,
yep.
She is performing today in the Giggle Room as well. It's not too late to come on out and catch it. Even though it is too late, that show is sold out.
The Giggle Room is sold out, yeah.
Giggle Room is sold out. We also saw Uncle Louie.
We saw Louie from the Uncle Louie Variety Show. So, yeah. We got a bunch of friends out here today, and it's going to be a great show. James Grimm is out there. Like you mentioned, Rosie.
The James Grimm?
The James Grimm.
Well, holy shit.
Like you said, our very own Rosie, but also our very own Mike Keegan. He's headlining, but our friends Louie from the Uncle Louie Variety Show is opening or featuring in the main room for the headliner, Frank Spadone. Louie and Frank Spadone have been in here before. They're both great guys, great comedians.
And they might come in again, hopefully.
I'm hoping to get them in,
But they said something about they got to rush to Jersey right after the show
or something. Yeah,
what was the name? The Italian Bee Gees.
The Italian Bee Gees.
The Italian Bee Gees. I'm kind of excited.
When the moon hits your eyes like a pizza pie, that's amore.
No, but it'll be like this. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie.
You should be eating pizza.
Just eat some linguine, spaghetti, fettuccine, tortellini.
Ha, 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 eating a slice, eating a slice. Ha, 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 eating a slice, eating a slice, eating a slice.
Yes, we do. We got to book the Italian Bee Gees.
We definitely
do.
We
need them on here. He said they're like elderly guys, too.
That's what he said.
We got to find the Italian Bee Gees. They're playing somewhere in New Jersey, but we got to find them and get them, one of the shows we produce. Maybe we get the Italian Bee Gees. Or I just would love to have them on, like, Donversations.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to produce a show, but
I would love to have them. Spaghetti.
But is that what they do?
I'm assuming they're the Italian Bee Gees. They must sing in falsetto. They're definitely not singing like Sinatra style. I don't think. I mean,
I don't know.
Or they'll be like, what were the T-Bones in in Grease too? Like,
Sha Na Na?
Yeah, like Sha Na Na. Or like remember the T-Bones in Grease too, where they sang, we're gonna score tonight.
I forgot all about
something like that. Yeah. So who knows? There's a lot of great Italian groups. I think Sha Na Na is definitely a great one with Bowser, even though he was not Italian.
That's right. And he wasn't really in Sha Na Na that long, to be honest with you.
We should get Bowser's still alive, isn't he?
I believe he is.
Dude, Bowser, when we were kids, Bowser was the coolest one.
Yes, he was.
We all loved him. Now you watch Bowser and you're like, what a freaking geek.
I couldn't tell you the last time I even seen him. Oh, but you're watching the old clips?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like
him and the Fonz.
Yeah,
It's so weird and goofy.
Yeah, like when I watched, a lot of those shows, dude, did not stand the test of time, bro.
Right.
Like it's sad. Like, you ever watch the Hulk? Now the Incredible Hulk with Lou Ferrigno, you watch it now. It's unwatchable. It sucks. It's like hard to watch. Like, I want to watch it for nostalgia, but I'm suffering through it.
Well, the weird thing about a few years ago, I started watching an old Quincy episode. What got me, and then I've noticed it with a lot of shows since, shows from the 70s, like just how drawn out. Like, you'll see a guy drive from the corner of a street to the middle of the street, get out of the car, walk up the driveway, go into the house.
Right.
Without anything going on.
Yeah, there's no edits or nothing.
Nothing.
There he is, the
Keegan.
Keegs. Yeah.
Did you see he walked past on his phone to make it look like he was too busy to talk to us?
I think he was trying to do Quincy. He was actually doing the Quincy move, just walking and with no edits, just constantly.
When Keegan, every time he does a show here that we're in here, he never comes in.
Yeah, he only wants to do his own show.
We'll hold this up. He'll come in.
This is Keegan Bait. I was going to be like,
Keegan
brought to you
Bait.
by Entenmann's Cookies. This is Keegs Bait. We're going to keep this. We'll keep this right here. Can people?
That's good shit. Have you had Have you had this lately?
I have not. I'm afraid if I eat one, I won't stop.
Oh well, that is the case. You see, it says soft bake.
Yeah,
like
those are my favorite ones.
Right, but that's the thing. Like they enhanced it. It's amazing.
But dude, with the you're talking about the shows.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
I'm all over the place.
No,
Sorry.
no, it's true though. Like they those old shows. I tried to watch them. I tried to watch Chaka, Land of the Lost. That show's that show's awful. It's
Yeah.
Keegs, you
Michael!
coming in, buddy? What's up, buddy? Come on in.
Oh, he's coming in right now.
The
Wow,
Keegs
look at
is
that.
here.
Coming all over the place. How are you guys?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man? How you doing?
What's
Good,
happening?
man. How you guys?
Very much good.
So you got a big show tonight?
Yeah, we are in the Giggle Room. A couple of my friends, Mike Kurz and Tom Yarabino. So
And Tommy Edwards, right?
yep.
You got a good lineup in there
It's a
tonight.
good lineup. Rosie's in there.
Rosie
Our friend
Fiamoro,
Rosie.
one
Yeah.
of our own here as well.
Who's the blonde girl?
Leanne Graziosi, I think her name is. She
Leanne
is.
Graziosi.
I think she's. The one with the nose ring or the other one?
This one with a nose ring?
There's one with a nose piercing.
Oh, nice.
Who I made fun of. This is her
septum?
first time on stage ever.
Oh.
She was at when I did my Republican Donald Trump show there.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was in the audience, and I saw her nose piercing, so I figured she was this big liberal. So I started ripping her apart. She's like, I'm not a liberal, I'm a cop. I'm like, all right.
Wow.
I'm undercover,
Oh,
man.
that explains it. Because I was over there in the Giga Room green room
Yeah.
talking to Grim,
Gotcha.
and I
Sorry.
turned I turned to walk away, and she's standing right there. I go, sorry, am I in your way? She goes, yeah.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
I was like,
Oh my
oh, okay.
God.
goes,
But
yeah.
that explains it.
Should have
She's a
done
cop.
the old,
that's
you know
right.
who I am? I'm Anthony Walker.
Right.
Son of a
She goes,
bitch.
as a matter of fact, you are in my way. Well, you're in my way, bitch.
Yeah, there's Leanne the blonde. She's like a principal at some school around here.
Oh.
And then there's Caitlin.
So you got
the
some
blonde.
tough women.
Yeah, really tough.
Wow.
You're looking to get beat up.
He likes tough women.
I like
You-
it. Yeah.
you like being
know
around-
I like
yeah,
that, yeah. I want to get slapped around. a little
Yeah,
bit.
you love it. That's
Oh, so Bosie's coming too?
He's wearing the dress and.
Yeah, there you go. He likes that too. He enjoys that.
Good
Jeff
to see you
Bosey.
guys.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's good
right
to
back
see
at
you,
you,
man.
pal.
It was a great show you had the other day with Matt Serra.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what a
you guys
great
have been
show
getting,
that was.
He was super cool. Like he's been
Yes.
sharing our stuff and like
Yeah.
he's been sharing all our.
And then he was
Instagram
talking
stuff.
about it the next day on his podcast.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's been really cool. He said you might want to come in here like every couple of months and
Dude,
stuff.
Really?
legend,
Yeah. So he had
legend.
fun,
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
that
a
was
true he's a Long Island legend, MMA legend. He's
Yeah.
the real
Yeah,
deal,
exactly.
dude. He's like
a-
on Rogan.
He's a metal legend. Like I went to the same high school as him.
Yeah.
And when I was in high school, we always heard folk tales of Matt Serra beating up the principal and shit. You know, so, yeah.
You got to bring that up to him next time.
I brought one up where he actually ripped the fire hydrant off the wall and hit somebody with it. And there was
Nice.
another one he got into a fight and he bit some kid's ear off.
Is that true, or did he
That's
debunk
That's
it?
really true. Actually, he was supposed to go into the Marines and he got into the fight, bit some kid's ear off, and they wouldn't let him.
That
in the
prevented him
Marines.
from going to the Marines.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of shit that alters your life. If he went to the Marines, he might not be the Matt
wouldn't-
Serra he is
exactly.
today.
Yeah.
He might,
yeah.
you know,
He'd be in jail.
But that's so cool. Yeah, like so. How Matt Serra? How old is he?
He's like 53, I think.
So he's like my age.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, our age group is legendary. A lot of legends come out of our age
right.
bracket.
Exactly. Yeah.
Who else?
Don Sill and Matt Serra.
Yeah, me and Matt Serra. I could have went to high school with Matt Serra. He would have we probably would. We either would have been really good friends, or he
Yeah.
would have just beat the shit out of me.
Is there anybody, and I'll ask both of you, anybody that you guys did go to high school with that kind of had maybe 15 minutes or made it big?
For me, it was EPMD, the rap group.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right.
definitely them.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah, there's probably other and Craig Mack and mostly rappers from Brentwood.
And you had what, Joel
I
Rifkin?
had Joe Rifkin, exactly. He
Really?
also used to work at the same liquor store I worked at.
So you
I had,
you
we
worked
had
with
Joe
Joe Rifkin?
I had actually my buddy who's a year younger than me. We played football together. Rich Orenberger. He ended up playing for the Patriots and winning
Oh,
a Super
shit.
Bowl
Oh, nice.
with
Oh.
Tom Brady.
Damn, very
He's
cool.
probably, yeah.
A guy I graduated with was the lead investigator in the Casey Anthony case.
Really?
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, wow.
But then he got kicked out of it because he started getting some notoriety, and he started He started a Facebook profile under a different name and started like a fan group for himself.
Oh, really?
And he got
That's
caught.
God.
And he got caught. Yeah.
Although that's
great.
not
I
a bad
love this
idea.
guy. It's not a bad idea. Oh my
The
God.
Don Sill fan group. Everyone.
Casey Anthony's so hot. Isn't
She is.
oh
Yeah,
my
she is
God,
pretty
there's
hot.
something
Yeah.
Well,
just
you-
about her.
Again, if you like the bad
I
girls,
do. I love the,
it's nothing.
I love the really bad ones.
There's
Apparently.
nothing worse than her.
No, you killed your.
I would angry bang her, like like just angry, like how do you like that?
Exactly. Yeah.
And then I would probably keep it in just to in case she has another baby.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't have to worry about it growing up.
Right? I love the word like
It's not your responsibility for 18 years. It's responsibility for like 6 months.
exactly. I would just be like, there you go, you're welcome, Casey. Because she wouldn't skip a beat. She'd be done with the baby and then out to the clubs. And,
Exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's like,
I
you
know.
know.
Yeah, she's back on the scene. I love her.
Yeah, she is back out there. Yeah.
You know what it is? She is hot, and it's one of those things you don't want to say it out loud, but she's hot. But also like Amy Fisher, like it's like all these killers, like
She's hot. I saw her porno.
Yeah.
My mother brought her porno home, Amy Fisher. My mother.
She's in the movie.
This is where I come in now. My mother used to work for a videographer, and Amy Fisher's husband was a videographer who worked for him.
Right.
And for some reason, my mother just got hold of this and like brought it home, and she's like, "Yeah, this was Amy Fisher's dirty video." And I'm like, "Oh my God, it's filthy. It's
You're
like,
like,
it's hardcore
"Thanks, Mom.
pornography."
I'll be
Yeah,
back.
Exactly.
Is that what she called it?
A dirty video.
The
yeah.
dirty video.
She probably thought like she shows her boobs or
Right, she
something.
does.
No,
Like
it's full penetration.
hardcore.
Yeah.
I've seen clips of it. I have never seen the full movie because I only could watch it in 5-minute intervals, and then I'm done. No, but like I've seen
I'm still watching it.
Yeah,
For the
exactly.
first time 4 years ago.
I'm watching it, little clips here, you know, and then I lose interest. What was that joke? Interested?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Who would you rather have, Amy or Casey?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think maybe Amy, because she's more, you know, she's fights for her men. I guess, you know.
You know that she's a
That's
keeper.
like, yeah, that's like one of those fuck, marry, kill things. Like,
Yes.
I'd fuck Casey Anthony. I'd marry Amy
Yeah,
Fisher.
yeah.
And I'd,
But which one would you want on top of you with a loaded gun? Like in The Sopranos, like put the gun in your
exactly.
mouth.
Yep.
When you're playing Fuck, Marry, Kill, it's them killing you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I fuck one, I marry one, and then they both kill me.
Is
and
there
our-
a third
and our
one? So
child.
yeah, Casey Anthony, Amy Fisher. Is there a third crazy
Third
hot chick?
one.
Oh man.
Trying to think.
The one who
there's
I
a
thought
lot
the
of
one
crazy
who
hot chicks, but I
the
don't
one
know
who
if-
killed
they're all crazy.
her two sons. She drove.
Yeah, Susan Smith. Right?
Susan
yeah,
Smith. I
yeah,
thought
was
she
was
was
she hot? Yeah, I forgot
not
if she was
hot, but cute.
yeah. All right, yeah. So yeah,
All right.
I'd probably kill her.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I would
Probably
definitely
try to
kill
fuck
her.
her
She's
first,
fucking
yeah.
nuts. Like out of all three of them, she's the most fucking nuts.
Yeah, that lady had some problems.
Yeah,
the other two just, you know.
The other two just had a
everyone's
bad
got their-
day.
Everyone's got their issues.
Like you know, the other one just wanted to go out and party. The other one just wanted to keep her man.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that one's fucking nuts. She like.
Yeah, like I could associate with two of them.
Yeah,
The third
yeah.
one, I'm like, don't just kill you.
It's like when I was, it was like, when I have a bad day, it's like, I get it, I understand.
Wow. I didn't know that's where we were going tonight, right?
I don't know if I would definitely kill the crazy one.
Yeah.
Then I would probably
She's just the crazy. The other two are, you know. Yeah.
I'd fuck
The
Amy.
crazy one, yeah.
And then I would marry Casey.
Marry
Anthony.
Casey, yeah? Huh.
Just because she's better to look. I think she's the
She's
hotter
definitely
of
the
two.
hottest at all. Yeah, Amy Fisher's kind of tough looking. She's like your regular Long Island, you know.
She's gone through the.
Yeah.
Amy Fisher's gone
been
through the mill.
ridden hard and put up wet, I guess, yeah.
She looks like she's been
Yeah.
through the
Yeah,
shit.
Casey Anthony's definitely the hottest out of the
I think I saw Amy Fisher shopping at Shirley one day. With a food cart.
There's like 20 Amy Fishers shopping.
Yeah,
at
it's like
Stop
which,
and Shop
yeah,
in
it's a whole
Shirley,
bunch
yeah.
of them there. Yeah, so that's probably the way I would go with those. So
Mike hasn't
There he
touched
is.
the cookies yet.
I have my eyes around.
Go ahead,
They're
open
not
it.
gonna be there. They're not
Open
gonna
it.
be
must
here in a
open the
little while.
Entenmann's cookies.
We were just talking about that. We were saying that's our Keegan bait to get you
Exactly,
in there.
exactly. It worked. These are
Dude,
my favorite
Entenmann's is
things
the
in
best,
world.
man. I
Don't
grew up-
take it, but you can open it and have some.
When you grow up in Brentwood, Long Island, Entenmann's is right there on Fifth Avenue, and then
right.
the whole neighborhood smells like cake. It's a
right.
beautiful way to grow up, man. So,
Yep.
but yeah, good times
yeah.
and good cookies. Yeah, pop them open
Exactly.
and
Pop
have a
them
couple.
open, but-
The problem with me is if I start eating those, I won't stop, and
Yeah, I
I'll
know.
eat the whole thing.
I know.
How about you, Jack? You're an Entenmann's cookie guy. Come grab some, man.
Jack Adams hanging
You know
out.
what I'm
Jack
not
Adams
good
in
at
the
is
house?
opening them ever. I was just ripping.
I know, right? And, like that box would not last long with me if I had
There
it.
we go. We're almost there.
How many comics you have on your show tonight?
There's like 6, I think. 6 of us.
That's
a-
it.
that's a
I
good amount.
thought
Yeah.
there was more.
And how much
They're
time
like
do they
6 or
get?
7. I think everybody's kind of doing like 8 minutes, and then
That's
Mike
perfect.
Kurz is the producer. He's going to do about 10, and Tom.
Oh, this isn't your show?
No, it's not my show.
Oh,
No.
I thought it was.
Nope.
Are you
I'm just
are you
closing.
performing? Or
Yeah,
oh,
I'm closing out. So I'm going to do
Nice.
like 20.
Yeah,
25
good,
at the end,
good.
And then,
I
yeah,
thought-
so it's
And
like
sold
7 or
out,
8
dude.
comics.
Grab it,
Yeah,
Jack.
they got
Go.
a group.
Jack's dying to get the cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things. I can't even have
These
one
are
right
the
now
best.
because I
Yeah.
will
What do you
not
know
stop.
about Peter Anthony? Is he any good?
Peter Anthony. I don't think I know. No, I don't think I know Peter Anthony.
Oh, you don't know? Oh, okay.
No.
He's
Performing
on the
tonight
show
too, right?
tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, is he the closer in there?
No, he's doing.
Oh, he's doing
the show
one.
with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
very nice. Oh,
He looks like he's out of The
oh,
Sopranos.
yeah. You know,
Yeah.
I was looking at him
Oh
on
yeah,
Facebook
that's
today.
the dude we saw
Yeah.
him in there. Yeah, I thought I owed him money. I was going to run. I was ready to run. I thought I did because the Knicks game just happened. I didn't know if I beat the Vig or not, and I was like, oh shit. This guy coming for me?
Is he related to Casey Anthony? Is that-
He's Casey's pimp. Hey, you guys talking about Casey Anthony, motherfucker? That's fucking hilarious.
exactly.
Talk about my girl.
That's my girl, man.
Seems like they have a good crowd in the main room too. I don't know who's closing in there.
Frank Spadone.
Okay, you know
Frank
him?
Spagone.
Yeah, I know
I
Frank.
know him.
He's
And-
great. And he's got Louis from the Uncle Louis
Uncle
variety
Oh,
Louis.
show.
really? Oh no, shit. Oh, nice. Oh,
Yeah.
very cool. Good joke. That's Vinny D'Agostino's here. I think he's hosting.
I saw him.
Oh, Vinny's
I saw
hosting?
him walk by. I got to grab one now.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
These are so good.
We're not even going to talk anymore. We're just
Yeah,
you guys are
we're
just
gonna
watch us eat these.
You know, watch 3 guys eat Entenmann's cookies now.
Entenmann's cookies, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
Where are they based out of now? Are they off Long Island? Or are they still
I
based in Long
think
Island?
they're still on Long Island. There was one. There was like a. Well, there's an Entenmann's bakery in like West Hempstead, but it's not apparently.
That's
Oh
not where
no,
they
there's
make
one in
them.
East Meadow, but like they're not related to them or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't even.
that's weird.
Yeah,
God, they're so good.
yeah.
know.
These are the best things in the
Yeah,
world.
this box ain't gonna last long.
Oh well.
If any comedians want any cookies, you better come in now.
Not gonna last long at all.
It was actually Rosie. She yelled at me yesterday. She's like, "You need snacks in here. That's how you get people to come in. You need snacks." I'm like, okay.
She should be popping in, right?
Yeah, I just ran it. I was just talking to her.
Yeah, very cool, man.
Yeah, it's a fun little show in there.
Who do you got coming up on Hershey and the Keegs? Any other big?
Well,
we
actually,
got Rosie.
Rosie's coming on Tuesday night.
Oh, nice. There you
She's
go.
gonna come Tuesday, and I don't think we have anybody else really booked yet.
Good.
But
How mad was Hearst this past Tuesday?
he was really mad because I forgot until
Yeah.
like the day of. I was supposed
Right.
to do. Well, also what happened? Crazy story.
Oh, you guys didn't have a show this past week.
Right.
We didn't because I forgot that I didn't tell you guys, and I was at Crystal Springs in Jersey. I got booked to do like this corporate event there,
Nice.
which is awesome. Because they have, it was for Vanguard Investments, so they do these like corporate retreats for all their executives. So they rent out Crystal Springs for like 4 days for these people, and every night they give them like dinner, open bar, and entertainment. So the first night was Chris Roach, and the second night I was the comedian. So I'm driving there Tuesday after I pissed Mark off and canceled on very short notice. I'm like, he was asking me something about notes that he wrote for tonight's show. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to tell you, I'm not gonna be there tonight. I thought I told you. So he doesn't handle that well.
No.
So I'm halfway driving down there,
Mark takes this shit seriously, man.
and the guy that books Crystal Springs calls me up. He goes, I'm so sorry, we have to cancel your show tonight. I'm like, what happened? He goes, they didn't like the comedian last night. And I go, who was the comedian? He goes, Chris Roach.
They didn't like
I
Roach?
go, what? What happened? So what happened was, they loved him.
Yeah.
But it's a corporate thing, and you have to be super squeaky clean. And he told that joke about meeting his wife
At the movie theater with the
Yes.
Coke.
And
With the Coke. I'll
with
have.
yeah. He goes,
What do I get for 50 cents?
Exactly.
Supersized Coke.
so the whole thing was clean, and then he I was just on the phone with him right before I walked in here. He's like, dude, they were on fire. They were a fun audience, so I thought I can get away with a little something. So I did that joke where he says his wife is Puerto Rican. He met her. She was working in a movie theater, and he walks in. He goes, I would like a medium popcorn and a large Coke. And she goes, you know, for 25 cents more, you could have a large cock. And he goes, oh, that's very affordable. You know, that's the joke.
What do I get for? And then we goes, what do I get for $1? She's like, all the cock you want.
All the cock.
All the cock you want.
Like, good. I don't want to drag it around.
And he goes, I'll just have a Pepsi.
Exactly. It's a great joke, and it's
So
not
fucking
filthy.
good. It's not dirty.
One person complained to HR, and they ended up canceling me. So I called up Roach, because Roach actually messaged me. He goes, "Dude, I'm so sorry. I didn't think it was that dirty." And I'm like, "It's not your fault. Somebody overreacted." But I'm like, "Your large cock just cost me $500."
For real.
You weren't on your way, right?
I was on my way. Yeah,
you were.
I was on my way, but we ended up going because I took Carla and Juliana because it's a really nice resort. So they still
that's nice.
still
You
gave me
still
the
had a good
room
weekend
for the
and
night.
everything, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's all
But
right.
don't
still
tell
stayed.
Mark, please, because Mark's going to be really upset.
Oh, if he finds out that show got
that
canceled.
the show was ended, that you didn't do the Hershey and the Keegs, and it was in vain.
And then I didn't do my show.
Right, and then you also didn't do your. So he's
Mark left his glasses.
Oh,
here.
we should come
wow.
on them or something.
Well, Mikey, that's what you get, Mike. That's called karma, Mikey, for not doing my show.
That's a great Mark impression.
No, it's not. That was
That was
terrible.
pretty good. Let me
We
try
should
and
all
see if I
put
can
them
do
up
it.
our butts.
I don't know if I can do it.
Hey, what's up, Mikey? How you doing? So what do we gotta do? We're gonna talk or what? What's going on?
Let me tell you what happened to King Cullen. Listen.
Hey, Mike, thanks for being the talent on the show. I know. Thanks. I'm sorry your back hurts from carrying me for 3 years. I'm a little nebbish Jew.
Jack, you want to do an impression of him?
Oh, Mark Hirschman.
Mark Hirschman. We're all doing Mark Hirschman impressions. If you want.
Yeah? Oh, you don't even know Mark? Oh, okay.
He's
Do you have any stories from King Cullen? Then you get to tell us.
Exactly, yeah.
Cullen stories.
And I'll tell you about my favorite deli in Valley Street.
Mark Hirsch, we love you, Mark.
Yeah,
if you watch,
we love Mark.
We love
but,
Mark Hirschman.
Yeah, because I'm like teetering on whether I should tell that Roach story on Tuesday or if Mark's just gonna fucking lose his mind.
Oh, he'll lose his mind.
Yeah.
You won't be able to get through the
Yeah.
story.
We still ended up going. We spent they have a beautiful pool there and stuff, and we hung out. But
You got to live your life.
screwed me.
Sometimes Mark will text us both. Something about Tuesday's show, and neither one of us respond.
Oh my God, that's my favorite thing.
Yeah. And sometimes we'll even text each other. You're not answering, right? Okay.
Yeah, because it drives him nuts
Yeah.
because he's a crazy person.
And then like 6 hours later, you get hello, shit like that. And that whole 6 hours,
Right,
he's freaking out.
He's checking
He'll
the
even do it to me like during the day, and if I don't answer him in 15 minutes, he'll be like, all right, you know what? Never mind. I'm like, Jesus, in a relationship.
That sounds like my wife.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I know.
Forget it. I'll do it myself.
You're live. Never mind. I'm like, he's like, are you mad at me? I'm like, I'm driving. It was 10 minutes.
I love it when my wife tries to prove a point. So she'll be like, Don, can you take out the garbage? So,
Come here.
hey, how you
There you
doing?
go. What's going on?
Oh,
brother?
Peter's in the house. So, what? Did you go up yet? Take one. You can have one.
Have one.
Help yourself.
Have a cookie. It's good pre.
So what, you're coming in
show
after?
Food.
Yeah.
Of course, I would love you to come in after. That would be great.
What's going on, brother?
Been trying to get you in here, man.
I know.
We got a lot to talk about.
I'm so busy with all this stupid shit is the problem.
Oh, look at you. I'm so
Well,
busy.
no, it's stupid shit. It's not
Well,
important
yes.
stuff. I'm not an aristocrat or anything.
You all right? All right, well, come in after.
I will.
All right, we'll be waiting for you.
Great
We'll have
Peter
to
Anthony.
end the show before he gets here. So I'm dying to see his act because I was just telling Don, I've known him for like 20 years.
Have you really? Oh, yeah.
Because we're both Wanto guys. Our kids are in
Okay.
school together.
When's he going on?
I don't know. About a year ago, I'm walking through the halls here. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Really? What, did
Turns
you take a
out-
class? Did you take choosing class
Yeah,
or something? No,
yeah.
nice.
And now he's been doing it.
Huh. I haven't met him yet.
That's him. Yeah, walk like right out of The Sopranos, right?
Exactly.
How you doing? Hey, you guys, this is great over here.
I'm waiting for the talk list.
Anybody see where the fuck I'm going?
We actually met.
Grim.
Grim
Anybody
speaking.
see where the fuck?
We actually met because I was involved in the school at the time, the whole special needs thing. He was running for school board. And that's how we met. But I met.
Vote for me.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, you disagree with my budget vote? Well, fuck you, motherfucker. Like, that's exactly what I was picturing with
Yep.
him.
Exactly.
That's all his poster says. Vote for me.
And everybody's like, okay.
It's just an Italian flag. It doesn't even have a name on it. You're like, oh yeah, that's who it is.
He's just like this on the poster. Like fucking movie poster, like for Goodfellas or
Yeah.
some shit.
And
Now you can't leave. That's what he does in the voting booth.
Yeah. I'm always kind of like interested, for lack of a better word, the whole Italian audience. Like, They support all these fucking
I
guys.
know, seriously,
it's crazy.
They love it, man.
And some of them suck.
And some of them suck, and some of them do the same act over and over, but they come out.
They got a great sense of humor about themselves. They love to laugh at themselves.
Yes.
Like if somebody's like, sauce and gravy.
No matter how many times they hear it.
My grandmother had plastic on the couches.
They love it.
It's true. I'm very intrigued. I'm intrigued by it. Like,
It's good to have a loyal base like that. If you get a
sure.
loyal, and that's the problem with like for some other comics that are like me, that mutts. There's no, I can't identify with any particular.
I'm mostly Italian, but I have an Irish last name, so I don't fit in with those
Right,
guys.
yeah.
you know,
Right.
and so
So it's tough because you don't have a lane like
yeah,
that. You
yeah.
know?
And I
it
don't
was-
want to be a one-dimensional comic.
Well,
Right,
true.
exactly.
But that's obviously the people that are really getting
Because you
booked
get
over
trapped
there.
in that too. If like you're a Italian comic, you're trapped in that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you go out of there,
Yeah.
it's not going to fly.
what do you think? Because you had recently had Silvio D'Onofrio on your show,
Love
and
that
he
dude.
just came in the other day with Fat Jay on my show. He's smart, but I'm wondering if he's going to hurt himself because he makes all these videos
Yeah.
that caters to the Italian audience, but then his live set is nothing
His act is
like
nothing
that.
like Italian stuff, really.
No,
Yeah.
not so. So
He
is that
deliberately does it that way.
right? But is
Yeah.
that smart, or is he pissing people
No,
off?
I think if you because he's got a good following and his following is growing on Instagram and
Yes,
all that shit with
yes.
sketches and stuff.
Respect that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not just totally
Selling out on it,
100% into
right.
the whole Italian thing.
But I think you should give a little bit because you also got to give the people what they want, sort of. So like, especially
Yeah.
if you're new
yeah.
and people are coming out and to see you because they saw your
yeah,
skit.
I think you do this little skit where you know,
Right, they want the
yeah,
Italian
yeah.
guy. Like he's got that one great joke he did, the one he did on Kill Tony about the lady on the bus was something like that was pregnant. And he's like, "It's not my fault you got banged up late or whatever." It's like this rude joke, but I'm killing the joke. Check him out yourself
Yeah.
and see what he did. But it's a
I only
funny
met him
joke.
once. Seems like a nice guy.
He's a good dude, great stuff. Him and Fat Jay are killing it with all the sketches. He's got a whole team of guys. He does skits with Big T. You know that guy, Big T?
No, I don't think so.
There's a comic, Big T, out in the scene now. Shout out to Big T.
He's great.
Yeah, he's really good, and he's also part of their little crew that
cool.
they're doing all these videos with and stuff like that. So,
Cool.
yeah, good times, man.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, Silvio D'Onofrio, check him out.
Yeah, seems like a nice guy. I met him one time, but very nice guy.
Yes, indeed.
John Rusiello was yelling at me. Apparently, he called.
John Rusiello. Does John Rusiello call into your show?
He does not call into my show. No, is he the guy in Florida?
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
great dude. Very supportive of all the shows in here, and very supportive of stand-up comedy. Very supportive of Tony Walker.
Nice.
And just a
Thank
great
you.
guy.
He
All
needs
around.
it.
He's a great. He's supportive of me too. He bought I make coloring books.
Oh, do you really?
And he bought all my coloring books for his neighborhood
that's
kids out there. Yeah, he's a great dude, and I can't thank John enough for his support. And if you ever wanted a coloring book for your,
I definitely do.
your
We're
stuff
gonna
over there.
get them.
on Amazon. Just look
Amazon?
up.
Oh, really?
So under Amazon, my grandkids call me Pappy.
Okay.
So it's Pappy Sill. So if you look
That's
up Pappy Sill on Amazon, you could find my coloring books. I got
Really?
like,
Oh, that's awesome. I'm
4
gonna
or
get some
5.
for Juliana.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Ah,
My new one is about robots. It's robots working robots. So yeah.
You make any erotic coloring books?
Those are in my private time.
That's Daddy Sill.
You know how you,
It's,
you know how you can make your hand.
Hello.
Hello. I'm sorry, I didn't see the phone ringing.
You didn't see the phone ringing.
That's what I said.
You're too busy texting. Don't be getting like Kaplan texting when Don Sill is on the show.
Hey,
I wasn't texting. I was sharing the link all over social media. That's why he starts the show like that, so gives me time. Like, why do I have to explain myself to you?
Because I don't want you to disrespect Don Sill. That's why.
Oh, that's what you were
I don't
calling.
give a shit about. And if you read my comment, I says, welcome, Don, to the show. 1 out of 2 ain't bad. I see your puss 5 days a week. I don't see Don enough.
Wow, thank you, John. It's always a pleasure.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're the man. I appreciate it. All right.
All right, Mike.
very much.
Keegan, everybody.
Love you guys.
Thanks,
so
bud.
much.
You too, brother.
Thank you.
The great Mike Keegan, everybody. Check him out. Check out Hershey and the Keegs and on Tuesday nights. And also
night.
check out Mike Keegan on YouTube and wherever you can find great comedy, man. But, John, how you been, buddy?
I've been better, but thank you very much for asking.
And you're home now, right?
I am home, sir. I very seldom leave my dwelling.
Well, yeah, because the ankle bracelet will go off. But,
Yeah, the ankle bracelet. No, my ankle bracelet is named Dawn. That's my ankle bracelet.
Don't make fun of Dawn. I'll smack you.
Oh.
Oh no, we're actually preparing for our anniversary, which is on.
But just two days away, the 5th, right?
2 days away. Yeah, she made sure she married me so I wouldn't forget. Because nobody forgets Cinco de Mayo.
No,
I hope you got her something good for that day.
Did I get what?
I hope you got her something good for the day, for the
Are you on drugs?
Well, yeah. Well, no, you are.
Getting something good.
Yeah.
Hey, Dawn Marie.
So
Tony Walker wants me to get you something good for that anniversary.
That's right.
we got a caller in here to talk to John Rusiello. This is Jack Adams, comedian, coming on.
Okay, Jack. Listen, I'll let you guys go to the continue with the show.
Well,
I just wanted to check in because
how many,
Tony was a little concerned.
Yeah. How long have you been? How long have you been married now? What number is this one? Like
46.
46 years married?
No.
Well, yes, but the 3 different women.
No. We're together 14 years, and she put the hook in my mouth 8 years ago.
Wow, God bless.
Yeah.
So what do you get? Like, you know how every year they say to get something, like first year's paper and the second year is like silver. I don't know what
Silver is what, 25? I
Yeah.
think?
So what's the 8 years? Do you know?
I have no idea, but she gives me toilet paper every year. I don't know why.
Very good.
That was a big gift, 2020.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right. That's right. Yes.
I know. When you're married 25, it's silver, and when you're married 50, it's gold.
There you
The rest
go.
of the stuff, I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, God bless you, sir. And
I am not a romantic type of person, as Tony will tell you.
Except when you're talking to Ann in the comments.
Well, and yes, and of course, Tony, don't get upset now. I know it's
I know
it's
where you're
Saturday
going,
night.
you
I
son
know
of a
you're here to
bitch.
have a happy time.
Yeah.
But when Diane is on Tuesday,
Yeah.
all right, then Romeo Rusiello kicks in.
So you're more of a Tuesday night and a Tuesday morning or a Friday morning when you got Rosie on there.
Oh, no, Rosie is a wonderful lady, but she's a mother of a 10-year-old. So I don't usually fool around with mothers of 10-year-olds. I like to fool around with 22-year-olds and mothers, but
Right, yeah. If they're
10-year-olds and
adult
mothers, I
kids,
don't,
yes. If they're adult kids, then it's different. But yeah, you don't want to inherit and have to raise
it's, you
somebody
know,
else's
it's-
kid. Yeah, I get you. man.
You got to draw the line somewhere.
He is a player, man. John.
John is a player.
Yes.
Yeah, without it.
I love you, man. All
Love you
right,
too, John.
God,
You're the
it's
man.
Good, Don. Good to see you as always.
Great to
all
see
right?
you, my friend.
Mr. Walker. All right, I will continue watching the show, and we will continue this conversation on Monday.
Sounds good, pal.
Yes.
Love you, pal.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
John Rusiello, everybody. Great dude. Great human being. God bless.
And we hope you feel good, John.
It's one thing to be like, I won't date anyone under 22, but it's like, I won't date anybody with a kid under 22.
That's when you know you're a different age bracket.
yeah.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Yeah, so
Wow,
you're.
yeah.
We're old enough to. We're both old enough to be your father.
27 with 9 years under your belt of stand-up already?
Yeah, I started at 18. yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man. Good. So right out of the gates.
Yeah, I wanted to do it at 15, and then I looked at like the club website, and they're like, you have to be 16 and over. And then like a year in, I saw a kid with like 13 doing stand up here. I was like, I could have been doing it the whole time. I'm glad I started late. I don't like that. I wouldn't have liked if I started it.
What made you want to be a comedian back when you were a kid like that?
Oh, but just my parents had comedy on in the house all the time.
Oh, wow.
We watched SNL. My dad was a huge Austin Powers fan.
Oh, all right.
Just watched all those movies.
Great movies, yeah.
And then every Sunday, they would show the Comedy Central like half hour things.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
just like almost all Sunday. And I would watch it, like, my parents would take me to church, and I felt so guilty watching that, like, before and after church.
I was going to ask you that because
I've sinned.
and your mother works for the church
That's
too,
right,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I work there, too, actually. So.
Oh, that's
Wow.
right. I forgot
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
So does
yeah.
that conflict with your comedy? Like, if you have, is your comedy all clean or like?
No, I mean, surprisingly, I mean, like, my show last night, I've been there a while, and I just want to do comedy so bad that I'm like, I kind of want somebody to rat on me, so I got fired.
Is it tough to like the juxtaposition when you got, because comedy, you want to be edgy, you want to, kind of steer the ship away from the ordinary and kind of go into different waters, and then with Catholicism, is it Catholic or I guess Christian?
Episcopal.
Yeah, so if you, just being Christian in general is squeaky clean, obey the rules, the commandments, all that kind of stuff. So what's that, juggling that and with your family and friends and
Well, the Episcopal Church is like diet Catholic, or like Catholic light.
Yeah.
It's like it was like Catholicism with all of the pageantry, none of the guilt.
Yeah, there you
is
go.
what it
No
was.
guilt is good.
So I mean,
I think that's a Robin Williams joke, isn't it?
probably it's in something.
So they allow
It's in
you to
something.
masturbate
It's,
without guilt-free.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And I had a jerk off joke last night, and I was like, you know, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, when you look out there and you see, oh God, it's coworkers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's worse than seeing family, right?
Yeah, especially if you're working like the Christian thing, and all of a sudden you're like, oh God, wait till you hear this. Hey, everybody like jerking off to Pornhub? How's it going out there?
Well, I kind of like because I didn't curse in front of my parents until like a year ago.
Wow.
I still don't
It was-
curse from
yeah.
my mother.
And I'll only do it really on stage, you know, and
Yeah.
or if I'm like I'm quoting somebody.
Because you're in character on stage, right?
Right, exactly,
So it's not
yeah.
really you.
Right, yeah. And I'm telling like 100% real stories. I'm like, it's just an act, Mom. It's like I didn't jerk off like that.
I didn't jerk off while you were in the next room cooking pasta.
When I took Truson's class, there was a kid in the class. He told the most like disgusting, vile shit you've ever heard. Really, some of it was I admit was clever, but at the same time, I was like, whoa, reel it back in. So we did. You know, Truson gives the graduations two nights. So we did the first night, and he did his act. The second night, his parents were here. He goes out there. He did as squeaky clean as it gets.
Really?
And he killed it.
Wow. See?
I was so impressed that he was able to switch it like that on, so quickly, but I never saw the guy again. I haven't seen him, but
Did he like have those clean jokes in the class at all?
Never.
You didn't even hear those jokes.
he only, in the class building up to the show, he only did the vulgar, vile, most disgusting shit. The only one that I remember, and it's not even that bad, but he said something about, imagine being like part of a 25-man circle jerk where you're like number 9, you fall in love with the girl who's the pivot, but then because you're in love with her, you now have to watch all these guys bang her. Like it was something weird like that, but it was
Falling in love mid bukkake is
right. You want to you're like, but at the same time, it's so freaking clever. Like,
yeah. And also, yeah. What is
Something about her eyes.
It's a funny joke. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I love her resiliency.
right.
What are you falling in love with?
She can really take it. She can handle a lot of pain, and she's resilient, and
she's a trooper.
Really, all that probably would happen is like he made a joke and she cracked a smile, and he's like, "She's the one for me." Like that, I gotta know what else.
That's all it takes, right?
Yeah, that's all it takes, really.
She laughed. She said hello.
Yeah.
I love her.
So when you're performing, you're I know you said you do a lot of storytelling type of stuff now, and you keep it true. So how do you juggle that with the and kind of stay clean or stay within the bounds, or do you just let loose?
Well, I feel like lately, to be honest, I feel like I've my set last night, like I had a dirtier chunk of it, but I felt like I was worried it was all going to feel really dirty. But like after watching it back, I was like, oh, that was fine. But sometimes I just let myself write whatever I think is funny, and then sometimes Steve Martin in his book, I think, called it like give your subconscious a task. And so like if I'm just like I just want to write clean for a while, like just the jokes that I'll see, like they'll just come up clean.
Right.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you storytelling, definitely not as popular as it say once was. Do you find? No, do you disagree with that?
Yeah, I think
really?
there's a lot of big storytellers. Like Mike Birbiglia is huge.
Okay,
John Mulaney's a big storyteller.
Maniscalco.
Maniscalco is.
Even Chappelle, you could say.
Yeah, Chappelle. Yeah, Louis still a storyteller. And Andrew Schultz, even like his last special was all like
that
one
was a
big
good
story.
special.
I didn't even watch it. I just heard.
He dug deep and he was telling long form stories about his trials and tribulations of having a baby, and he couldn't have a baby, he all this kind of stuff. So he's telling stories about having to go to the hospital and jerk off into a cup. And all that stuff, and then getting it into his, watching the guy inject it into his wife, all that. It was very funny. When you're doing stories, you probably already know this beginning and end, but if you're doing a long, because you said you want to do like a 10-minute long. That's your goal, right?
Yeah, I mean, all my favorite comics just have like you can go through their hours and you can see they're kind of built in 10-minute chunks, and I just I want to feel that way about my act too.
To pull off a 10-minute story, the punchline has to fucking kill, and then you have to have jokes within, right? So is that how you take me through that structure when you're putting together a story for the stage?
So like the last one I did in particular was like I knew what the beginning, middle, and end was going to be going into it, and it was about cursing. It was about like how I wasn't allowed to curse, and my friend started earlier than me, and it was kind of like a drug and everything.
That's actually really good.
That's great.
They got hooked on it like early, and they're fine now. They're like very responsible cursors and everything. But I just remember like my friend in third grade came up to me at lunch and was like, "Hey, Dylan and I are gonna go out at recess and curse. We're gonna go out behind the tree and curse if you want to come." And then this kid came by and like tried to get us in trouble, but then like he ended up cursing too, like getting him to do a curse. So like I kind of like that was just, I tell that story like pretty much very like true.
Right.
But there's another story I have that's a bit longer, and it took me such a long time to find the ending to it. And I was doing the bit like the event happened on like a Thanksgiving. And then I was doing the bit for like 3 months. No. I was doing the bit from like the event happened on Easter, and I was trying to work out the bit for like 6-7 months, and then on Thanksgiving, I got the ending because there was like a follow up. It was like the next family holiday where like something happened where I was like, oh shit, here we go. That's the ending right there.
That's funny.
Yeah. And then just finding the ending line, I was like, okay, now I have the ending. But just having that last line where it's like the story's over, that's the best when you say a line and then the audience just knows to clap.
Right.
You know, like you don't have to take a bow or be like, thank you.
Do you call anything back to the end?
It's like that one was like specifically calling something back. This last story is just more of like a just it ends, I guess.
The end on a curse?
Yeah.
And then fuck it.
Yeah. Well, that one I was like, it's because it's still pretty new, so like it might evolve, but like I wrote it into a newer bit that transitioned into material about my girlfriend and how there's like words she doesn't like when I say, and then one of those jokes has a really big pop at the end, so that kind of feels like a good ending too. So,
I think about Bill Cosby, the
great storyteller.
Yeah.
And
she has a kid. And, I love you. You just gave birth to a lizard, and the place just erupts. And they know it's done.
Do you in the early part of the story when you're talking about the kids who were cursing before you, do you give them names and personalities or like?
Yeah, for sure. And they then I use their real names too.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
I don't say like last names or anything. But it's also like it happened in third grade where like I'm curious how much like was like real or like if I'm actually getting the people right, because I'm like family friends with one of the kids. That like did it and I was like I don't know if that's gonna get back to him, but I've been talking to him like 12 years. But, yeah.
No, that's good, man. And I like to Tony's point too. I think that not enough people doing storytelling. A lot of people.
What you said. I'm sorry to cut you off. What you said is true. All those people are doing. I guess I'm thinking more here. There's so many premise, topic,
just
punch,
regular,
quick,
and that's because again with the comedy schools. And God bless them. I'm a supporter of comedy schools. I think they're important. I think people learn a lot of things, pros and cons about the comedy industry and some of the protocols. But I think as far as the joke writing, I think we're getting a lot of these, like right off of like what is it, like the belt, like a production line. Yeah. It's like, oh, here's another one. Here's another.
Well, plus that's just life too with TikTok. Everything is just so
all
quick.
Set up, punch, tag. Set up, punch, tag.
I love storytelling.
I like the story. I think when it comes from the person,
yes,
it's you. It's your true stories.
Yeah. The stories though, I felt like I got good enough in order to do stories because like when I think of those stories, I think of like I think of them as bits, just strung together into a narrative.
That's
So
that's why you have to have punchlines within it.
Yeah, just a great natural storyteller is Tom McGuire. He pretty much does like only stories.
Tom's
great.
He's good. He's a solid
but
kid
that's
out
like
here.
his like baseline. Like he is a storyteller comic.
But how have the audiences been with that?
With the storytelling.
Yeah.
Well, when you're trying to develop it, it's rough because you don't know like what
Like
what
open mic
section
is
might
tough.
be. Yeah,
It's tough
open,
doing it
yeah,
at mic.
getting people's attention, especially like if I want to run part of it like in the city, it might only be like a 3-minute mic. You know, so
okay.
and then like even if it's like a 5, 6, 7-minute mic and the story's 5 minutes, you got to spend time like priming the audience to get them in the mood for a story.
Right.
You know,
It's tough doing this. Yeah, and a mic when you have. All right, dude, you go on up. You got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And to tell us an engaging story in 5 minutes can be a challenge. Now, if you were to do that, could you break it down into jokes to try the punchlines?
I'll even try like just doing the sections as bits and not like the open mic crowd wouldn't know that it's part of a story.
Right. Okay.
Because I'm just trying to think of it as a bit first. Yeah.
So, right, because I'm thinking and correct me if I'm wrong, but to do storytelling, I mean, you have to have probably a good 20 minutes just. Because even when you first come out, you need to build the rapport, get a connection.
People have to know who you are.
Right, exactly.
They have to be on your side. You have to win them over. Then you tell your story.
So how long, like, if I called you up and said, hey, I'm producing a show and I want a storyteller, what to you would be like, okay, well, I need X amount of time so I can do it right?
Is it a storytelling show?
It's just your show.
That's different.
Yeah.
You know, because if it's like if it's branded as a storytelling show, I could just go up and start telling stories. You know,
right.
And then I would probably have to build like a little bit of preamble of who I am into that a little bit, but not as much as if they threw me on in the giggle room or the main stage right now.
Right.
I was going to tell a story. Okay. Then I would do maybe jokes about the room first, and I have bits like my opening bit right now is about like living in a 55 and older community, and it's like it is a story. There's a lot of observations in it, but it's more like I think of that more of like anecdotal comedy, where it's like I'm kind of bringing you through like a situation. And there's not like a strict beginning, middle, and end. Okay. You know, so I'm kind of free to go in and out of the narrative, I guess. You know,
this is interesting shit.
Yeah, and I like that concept too.
Yeah,
of 55. I live pretty much in the 55 and older. I'm 53. I'm the young guy. Yeah, so I'm like, I love it. I'm like, hey, ladies, look at me. Yeah. Your husband can't walk like this, can he?
All the 80-year-olds are checking you out.
Yeah, they're all like watering their lawn, going, "Hey, hot buns," as I'm walking. I'm like, this is great. I feel like the kid. I'm the kid. No, but what's your take on that? Do you legitimately live in a 55?
Yeah, I just live with my parents.
So you're the annoying guy that all the old people can't stand. No, he's driving too fast again. There he goes.
I am conscious about my radio.
Oh yeah,
I don't have like a big sound system or anything, but like I do blast the radio and I quiet it down as I come in. Yeah.
He's that kid listening to the Beatles.
Yeah. Well,
what is that Rage Against the Machine?
The people under me, they moved out now, but I couldn't strum an electric guitar with no amp. Like they could hear that and they would like,
wow,
they would be like, hey, we heard you last night.
Oh my God,
and all that.
Yeah,
so,
that's nuts.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's got to be tough for a young person living in that kind of place like that. Like, you know, 'cause I live in Manorville. It's not officially a 55 and older, but it definitely is. Yeah. But yeah, so what's your take on that? Can you give us a little bit of that?
It's almost like what you were saying. Like it's like I'm the only young person around, which is like I'm the one that has to help all the old people with all their shit.
Call that little guy Jack.
You know,
he'll clean out my gutters.
It's all technology stuff.
We need to pick something. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
like this is true. I was walking through like the courtyard, and a lady was like, "You're young and good with computers, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm right with computers. We need." And she goes, "Can you help me set up a VHS player?"
Oh my goodness!
And I was like, "I didn't even think those things were electric."
Yeah, you're like that technology. I have no idea about.
Wow!
Like I have to do what?
Yeah.
Like it's old school. It's so old you don't even know it because you were after that.
When Anthony Rodia used to have a podcast in here, and his father used to call in all the time, and one day he's on the phone with him. He actually turned this into a bit. I saw him do it on stage once. His father called in. He wanted advice. He couldn't get his TV remote to work. So Anthony was like, he's making all these suggestions. Finally, he's like, wait a minute. He goes, maybe the battery's dead. And the father's like, what are you talking about? He's off the boat.
Yeah.
He's like, Dad, what size is the battery? He's like, I don't know. It's an inch long. No. What type of battery? And the father didn't know what he was talking about. He goes, Dad, do you see A's Like anyways, he goes, "Oh yeah, I see." He goes, "What does it say?" And his father goes, "Ah," like that. I laughed my balls off in there, and then Anthony turned that into a bit on stage. Hilarious. Instead of saying AAA or AA, he just went "Ah."
Anthony, it's your father. Right?
Yeah, right. Yes.
He's got, I think, like 4 sold-out shows this weekend.
Yeah,
yes.
McGuire's,
Yep.
right? Yeah. God bless him, man. That guy's rocking.
Sold out shows everywhere. That
Yeah,
guy.
that dude's killing it.
He's got some dates at the Paramount too. Yeah.
Shout out to Anthony
I will
Bourdain.
say, well, I saw him, like, I think he dropped in. I forgot the kid's name that was headlining, but he just popped in and did like an opening spot, and that was the loudest I heard the main room ever.
No
Wow.
kidding.
Ever.
Yeah, he kills. He's a killer.
Oh, what? When
Rodea.
Oh, well, he opened for somebody else, you're saying?
Yeah, he like had like
Nikki
a show.
Smiggs.
Nikki Smiggs. Yeah.
Yep, I was here that, and I remember that. Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, "Have fun, Nikki." And they
But like he was watching him was like, it showed me like how he got on like a roll, and I was like, oh, I want to get on a roll. Like just getting like, it almost doesn't matter like what you say. It's just like people are ready to laugh at
Yes.
like once you stop and pause, like people are
That's
going
why you have to have those tags ready. Bang,
Right,
bang,
exactly.
bang.
But we were talking before you came in with Keegan, the Italian audiences, they're just so loyal. Like we were joking, like no matter how many times you say sauce or gravy, they crack up every
love it.
single time.
Like, oh my God, just like Mama made it. Ah! They love it. They can't get enough of it. They're so loyal. They come out to all the shows. Like you know, for Uncle Louie variety show, they come out and sell out.
So you almost have a head
Rodea.
start,
yeah,
because they're already like they're gonna laugh no matter what you say. You know, hi everybody. Like,
and they stick together too. The comics,
Right.
like Mike Marino was saying that, they all kind of stick together. Like what's the other one? Fred, what's his name? Fred
Durst.
Is he Italian? No,
Rubino?
Fred Rubino. He's another one, has a diehard fan base, and yeah, you Italian?
No.
Change-
no, actually a little bit I am, but I didn't really grow
Change
up.
your
I
name.
didn't really grow up-
Jack.
Yeah. Adama.
Adamiano. Yeah, I mean, where would Sebastian be without the Italian audiences?
Oh,
Yeah,
man, Sebastian's whole
But
thing.
he's-
his
yeah.
whole what was it called? Company. That whole
Oh
bit
yeah,
about
with
company,
the
cake.
Entenmann's, right?
Yeah, he's like, don't touch the cake. That's for company. And how now people, we don't want company back. He goes back in when my parents, we wanted company. We had a cake that was reserved for the company.
Yeah.
You know, I touch it. That's for company. But we don't have anybody coming over. In case they come over, that's for the. And now somebody rings the doorbell. He's hi, everybody, hi. Nobody wants to see it. That's he's a great storyteller, and he does it.
yeah.
He's got both storyteller and Italian.
Yeah,
going
but
for him.
he I think got popular from the Italian stuff. But I saw him at the Barclays Center like a couple of months ago. Great like Italian stuff, but you do not have to be Italian to really
Right,
like
yeah,
him.
because it's
He's
relatable.
so good.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Cosby said a long time ago. First he told me a little pointers about Spanish Fly and how to rape chicks, but before he told me those, before he told me about that stuff, he he used to say that that if you keep comedy relatable, that everybody has family, everybody has a mother and a father and siblings and kids and this and that. If you keep it family, that's one thing we all can relate to. It goes through all of the races, all of the genders, and we all have families. We all have a pain in the ass neighbor and all. So if you keep it relatable, to your point with Sebastian Maniscalco, you don't have to be Italian or you don't have to be black to get Chappelle. You can just get all the stuff.
Yeah, one of my favorite comics is Bill Hicks.
Oh,
sure.
genius!
And he, super not relatable stuff. Where like he's like dividing the crowd.
Do you ever see when he
but-
bombed or getting heckled and he flips the fuck out? I was like, shut the fuck up!
Oh, yeah,
He
kidding,
goes off and he's like, you suck! I forget how it went down, but it was like a long tirade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bill Hicks, though, brilliant mind, push the buttons.
Yeah.
It's all a ride.
Yeah. But he didn't really get the audience he wanted in America because he wasn't that kind of comic of the 90s of like relatable family kind of stuff.
Right.
I think even Jay Leno called it out on Rogan or something. He's like, Bill didn't want to do comedy for everybody. Like it's true.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, pretty good, Jay.
Yeah, so like cars, yeah. I like working on cars, yeah. But
good.
But when I oh yeah, like that's why, because everybody. When you hear things about Bill, it's like he got his audience in England, but he never got it really
He went
here.
to England, is where he got in a lot, But
yeah,
but the thing too is, if you want to be a Bill Hicks, you're taking a chance of people not getting you,
right?
Like understand until after you're gone,
right?
And that's what happened with Hicks. People didn't really get it until after he was fucking gone. Then they watch his shit back and they're like, "Wow, this guy was a genius. He was fucking brilliant." And the things he said still hold today.
Yeah.
Housekeeping. No, he had so many great bits. But yeah, I mean, that's the problem. So it depends on what kind of comic you got to be, and that's also, to me, you got to keep it real. Is that, are you truly in your heart a Bill Hicks type of comic, which is like real serious truth teller, George Carlin era? I think that guys like Stan Hope probably carrying that torch today.
Yeah.
But do you want to be that, or do you want to be, what's his name, Shane Gillis or somebody like that?
Mm-hmm. I think somebody like Shane and like Louis, they perfectly bridge that gap.
Yeah,
because they're able to talk about things like Shane talks about topics without really talking about them.
Right.
He's making points that's like very below the surface of what he's actually talking about.
Dude, his bit about his brother or his uncle, whoever with the Down syndrome,
his brother,
is so good that it makes you laugh, and it actually touches the heart. It almost makes you get choked up.
Yeah.
Because you could tell he loves that guy, and you could tell it's real. It's all coming from real. These are real stories, and the whole entire bit is fucking genius. It's probably one of the best comedy pieces I've seen in the last 2 years or so.
Around like the time of the pandemic, like a little bit before, I had about 7 minutes on Down syndrome. And I was working. I was like trying to get it like really good. I wasn't too good of a comic like enough yet to like really get it to work. And it was about like a kid on my baseball team when I was a teenager. His brother was Down syndrome, had Down syndrome, and he was always hanging around. And I would see him in school and stuff. And I failed gym, so I was in special ed gym because I failed gym.
How do you fail gym?
What is special ed gym?
I failed gym twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Were you cutting?
Yeah. The one time I had like first period and I just missed it too many times.
Oh yeah.
And then another time we were supposed to be working. Swimming was one of the quarters, and I have a hole in my right eardrum, so I couldn't.
So you can't swim.
Like I can like physically swim, but I was like, I'm not getting the pool every day,
Right.
and I didn't like my gym teacher anyway. But our insurance had lapsed, so I wasn't able to get a doctor's note.
Wow.
And then we probably could have made it work. Maybe like urgent care or something could have given it to. I don't know. But
what is special ed gym?
Special ed gym. I mean, it was just. We got divided up, and then all the special ed kids were forced to do either yoga or walking. Like that was like just what they would do each quarter. And my friend, they weren't allowed to do much else. Yeah,
I just fucking walk.
Yeah, just walk. We just go around the track. And then like a friend and I were just like, I'm not gonna go play football. I'm not gonna get sweaty.
Well, that's what sucks. First period gym.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like it's almost like guaranteed you were never going to get a girlfriend.
Yeah. And the pool, being in the pool second period, and then you're like that all day.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember
chlorine in it.
Yeah, just a flat thing of hair gel you used to be able to scoop up with your hand. It was disgusting.
That wasn't gel. Yeah. That was the gym teacher's special concoction.
But I was working on a bit about the kid with Down syndrome, and because I did have like a couple of like run-ins with him, and then when Shane came out with that, I was like, I can't touch Down syndrome anymore.
Yeah, he owns it. And he cornered it.
He really
did it right. That's why.
Yeah, and it's because it's like it was like a kind of friend's brother.
Right,
where like this is like somebody he's related to. It's like he can easily more pull it off like that. But
Shane did it so brilliantly because that's one of those topics. That's a subject that could definitely get you rattled up, and it's people could get offended by it easily because it's really kind of punching down, right? So, but for Shane, the way he pulled that off, it's so relatable and all that stuff, and everything, even the way Shane looks. He's like, hey, nick me a little bit.
Yeah.
It almost got me, but because he has a touch of it. It was just brilliantly done, and that's very hard to pull off when you're on a touchy subject like that. Real, like talking about Down syndrome and all that, and to make it work, to can have a hard punch at the end of that story.
Right.
Talk about great storytelling. Talk about taking a topic that's kind of taboo, kind of really hard to navigate and making it work.
When I first started trying stand-up, I had a bit with autism because I have an autistic daughter. And I had, fuck it, I'll say it, Joey Cola.
Joey Cola, yeah.
He pulled me aside at a show. I was hosting for him. And I tried the bit, and he pulled me aside. The show was still going on. He pulled me aside. Got to lose that. Got to lose that. I was like, but I wasn't disrespectful. He goes, doesn't matter. You're bringing up a topic that is, yeah, of course. It brings up something that just upsets people. It's a negative topic. And I don't know if I agree or not, but I took the advice. I haven't done it since. I think it was Richie Byrne or Mick Thomas. I think it was Richie Byrne. I was like, no, fuck it, do it. I'm like,
I think it's one of those things where, it's similar to what we were talking about with Shane. It's a fine line between brilliance and
yes, because I was brilliant.
No, I'm saying if you work it out, and
Yes.
I think maybe not do it if you're emceeing a show, but if you're doing your own own set, a standalone set, then I think you should do it.
Come on.
All right.
Speaking of brilliant, we have Rosie's here. And
What's up, Rosie?
I'm setting up cameras so we can see everybody. Hang on. Peter Anthony is here. James Grimm has popped in. Let's see.
Rosie, you went up already? How'd you do?
I did okay.
Killed it.
We need
nice.
put on the headsets. We need
Put
to
on
hear
the
you.
headsets, guys.
Killed it.
Not that one.
What's going on in that box? What is that? Is that cookies?
Listen, Peter Anthony.
Well, there's 3 left. You want a cookie?
I'm good. No, thank you. I'm all right.
We were sponsored by Entenmann's today.
Edmonds.
Not
Good old
formerly of
Entenmann's.
Brentwood, New York, right?
Yes.
That's where I grew up,
right.
man.
Bayshore.
Oh, was that Bayshore?
Yeah.
It was Bayshore, but yeah. You're from there, too?
Say again?
You're from there?
No, but
I
I
was.
always
You're
knew.
from Brentwood?
Bayshore.
Oh, no shit. I'm Brentwood.
Really?
Yeah.
Somebody,
Fifth Avenue,
can you
baby.
move the box? It's
The whole neighborhood smelled like cake. It was the best time to grow up.
I was in the parking lot of the little store where they had the ones that were cookies. That were
Yeah. The
When
defense store.
John Candy died.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Because I don't hear nothing.
well,
You might not
we
be-
can hear you,
We can
so
hear
don't
you.
worry.
You're
We
good.
hear you, don't
Could you
worry.
hear us? You can.
Have you ever been inside the Entenmann's? It was so
My
cool.
mother
I did
worked
work
there.
in there.
My mother
Oh,
worked
It
there.
really?
had, it had stop signs, traffic lights. It was a whole
Yeah.
thing.
It was a factory. Yeah.
She worked there when it was still open before it closed,
My mom,
or she retired. She was a chick.
she worked there back in the day.
No, I understand,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like then when it closed down back when in the 90s or whatever.
Yeah, she was already gone.
was already
She was
gone.
already
Okay,
gone.
okay.
Yeah, she moved away and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I graduated from Bayshore High School, so we used to get all
What
of
year did you graduate? No,
95, but we used to get all the stuff from all the, when we had the PTA meetings or when
Yeah.
we had all the parties, everything was from there.
Yeah.
They don't taste the same since they were made in.
No, they're
Bayshore.
not.
They don't.
They
taste
don't,
the
but
same.
they're still pretty damn
They
good.
don't.
They're
Well,
good.
The soft chocolate chip cookies are the best.
That's
And,
right here.
and I'm crediting you with this because you yesterday said you gotta have snacks in here, so that's what I did.
You got to feed
So
people.
we walk out of here fat. It's your fault.
They were better when they were made in Brentwood, though. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
saying.
But you know what? It's the same thing
That's
as
the only
Dunkin'
time anybody's
Donuts.
ever said that.
It's the same thing as Dunkin' Donuts because if I don't know if everybody's old enough to remember when Dunkin' Donuts
Used to have counters.
They used to
they
make
made
their
the
own donuts.
donuts.
Yeah.
Every 2 hours they would change. They would throw out the old donuts on the shelf and make a whole new batch of donuts.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't do that
True.
anymore.
And they served you if you sat down
That's
in Dunkin'
true.
Donuts
With
they
the
s-
cups.
with a
You can
think of
regular,
coffee.
a
Do you
real
remember
syrup.
they used to have the nice cinnamon
Yes,
buns
yes.
and used to sit at the
Peter, do you
counter
know
with
how to
the
wear
actual
headphones? I
mug?
don't.
No, I don't know how to wear it.
What's the matter over
You're
there?
making fun of me.
How do they make the donuts
You don't have
now?
to fly a
They
plane. Just
bring.
I
It's the
think
same
they
way
bring
they do it
them
in
in.
Entenmann's, probably somewhere in Philadelphia.
They get some truck driving
and
them
truck
in.
them in. Yeah.
that's bullshit. I like that when it was making
Exactly.
the donuts
well,
that
when
were
you
freshly
think of
made.
Dunkin' Donuts today, you think of the coffee. Like, oh, it's the best
Yeah,
coffee.
right,
They give
yeah.
a shit about the
It was
donuts.
a whole
Yeah,
reason.
it's all about the coffee now. That's why they.
Now it's about the coffee.
Yeah, they're not even
Coffee
called
shops.
Dunkin' Donuts
Yeah,
anymore.
just
It's just
Dunkin'
Dunkin'.
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 And now it's like Dunkin' Wantagh, Dunkin' Smithtown. It's like not
that
even.
what they're doing
it's-
now?
Yeah,
And
they
you know where
changed the
Dunkin'
But they
sign.
still have the DD logos.
Yeah,
still.
you know where it
true,
originated
true.
from, right? Dunkin' Donuts, right?
No.
Up in Massachusetts. Is
that right?
Yeah.
Is it really?
And
Massachusetts?
Starbucks in Seattle.
Yeah, I know that.
That
I actually
I
been to
know.
the first Starbucks. I've been.
Did you ever go into the first?
Yeah, I've been in there.
It's weird,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't look like a Starbucks.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
whole- right?
it's
That's
like a
a
weird
tour.
little
Yeah, it
coffee
is.
place.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
in the tour, yeah.
I told the girl who gave me the Starbucks coffee this girl, she's like, hey, what do you want? And I was like, yeah, just give me an event day, whatever. And then I was like, you must love working here. This is awesome. So she's like, yeah, sir, just give me the she's like, my life sucks, sir.
Yeah,
just give me the fucking
I'm working at fucking Starbucks.
Yeah, she's like, I'm working at a Starbucks.
It's still a fucking song.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to Seattle in August, and with my kids, and my ex-wife is going, and she's like, we're going early so we can go to the Starbucks tour. She's like, do you want to come? I'm like, with you? No. No.
Why are you going on a vacation with her?
Because we're doing it with my kids, because it's an Alaska trip. And I'm like, you know what?
Oh, so
go.
yeah, you got to
I want to
leave.
see Alaska. I'm never going to do this
So
again.
wait, one day in Seattle before you
We're
get
going
on
to
the
fly
boat?
into Seattle. They're going to do they're probably going to go do a ball game, and just she could be by herself.
I went to a
Mariners game.
Seattle
But I would
Mariners
do
game.
that.
That is an awesome
It's an
great
awesome
stadium.
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 Awesome stadium. Yeah.
I'm not
I was
gonna be
literally
there.
just
I'm
there,
not
like,
going to be at that
2 weeks
stadium
ago.
with her. I'm just
So
saying, we're flying into Seattle.
It's a big stadium. You could just go sit somewhere else.
I would like that.
Have you ever been to Seattle before?
Like 30,000
I've never been to
seats.
Seattle.
So
No,
you got to do all the shit. You got to go to the market and see them throw the fish and all that
that's
stuff.
where the Starbucks
Yeah,
is. in the
Starbucks is
market.
right there. Yeah.
Pike's Market.
They have
Yeah,
they
right
have
across
beautiful flowers.
Yeah, it's beautiful. No, it's.
Oh, I just want to see Kurt Cobain's house.
I went there.
That's the only thing.
You can't see it though, but there's the bench with the memorial.
Oh yeah. wanted
I
to go
did
to
the whole
bridge.
thing. I went to the house where they filmed Singles, the apartment
Oh,
complex.
that's cool. That's a cool
was a
tour to
Seattle
take.
thing.
I did the whole grunge thing when I was
Yeah.
there.
You know, I was
That's
actually
cool.
thinking about you earlier. I saw tonight out east. There's a Pearl Jam tribute band playing. I was like, Rosie.
really?
I'm surprised
Oh,
Rosie's
really?
doing
Oh,
that.
I-
cringing right now.
So just leave it.
as a guy who's, I mean, me was Led Zeppelin, but then when I heard
Pearl Jam.
Eddie Vedder and Chris Cornell,
Oh yeah.
Chris
yeah.
Cornell,
He's got some voice.
he's, in my opinion, top 3 vocalists.
Yeah,
He was
Oh, sure.
freaking
Amazing.
amazing.
Great.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
His
Amazing
voice
It's a
is
vocal.
cover. It's a Pearl Jam cover band. It's not Eddie Vedder. It's Eddie Cheddar.
Eddie Cheddar.
Yeah, it's different guy.
But I was not into Nirvana. I don't know why. I just didn't like it. But I still do Pearl Jam and anything
Soundgarden,
Chris
anything,
Cornell.
yeah, for
Anything
sure.
Chris Cornell does.
Well, I've
was
seen
the
Chris
greatest.
Cornell. Unfortunately, you know what happened to him. But
Yeah. I don't think it's suicide.
I saw him a couple of times solo,
Chris Cornell.
and that was
Amazing.
magic.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Stuff you did with Audio Slave? Was
Yeah,
it?
I saw him
Oh,
with
that
Audio
was,
Slave.
I
Great.
seen them. I seen their first show as Audio Slave.
Oh, really?
It was at
Wow.
the what's that theater? Beacon? Not the Beacon. It was something in Manhattan. I saw it years ago. Hammerstein Ballroom.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, when I was writing for the music magazines, I went there and
that's
I was,
a cool spot.
Yeah, it was like the unveiling of that band. It's fucking
And
awesome.
you know what the shame is? There's probably so much stuff that he has that isn't out. Before
Oh, sure.
He died, you know, like the Eddie Vedder.
Eddie
Chris
Van
Cornell,
Halen.
the Chris Cornell songbook. You ever listen
Oh,
to
that's
that?
what
That
they
is
did live when they
beautiful,
did
yeah.
the solo
His-
shows.
Forget it. His voice is.
He's
to
a
me,
great
is-
singer, man. Yeah, and
you know,
God bless
Cornell was
him.
the greatest, man.
We all gotta make. Let's all go to Seattle. When are you going? We'll go with you. When are you going?
August 2nd. She's going August 1st. Why don't you guys go with my ex-wife? You go with her.
All right.
Is she hot?
No.
But that's he's saying she's not. She's probably good looking.
Right? Yeah,
It's his
that's true.
ex-wife.
Yeah.
Well, how did this? Was it the kids that went to both parents and said we want you guys to come? Like, how did this happen?
Yeah, an Alaska
It was.
trip.
It was. Was it Christmas Eve? I think it was Christmas Eve, and we're all. We do all the big family thing, and my ex-wife goes, "Hey, why don't we do a trip to Seattle?" And then they all started talking, chatter.
I can just picture his face as that's happening.
And I'm sitting there going, "All right."
So severe, right?
All right.
I know.
So my ex-wife looks at me like, "Do you want to jump in on this trip?" And I'm like, first thought is like, "How much is this fucking gonna cost me?" And I'm $6,000 in. I'm like, I guess I'm going to Seattle because I'm never going to go to Seattle. I'm like, you know what? I could experience the whole Seattle, not really Seattle, Alaska. It's an Alaskan cruise, but
Right.
out of Seattle. So okay, I'm never going to go there again.
Yeah,
The fuck
go
goes
to the market,
Alaska?
go to the
We'll go check it
Starbucks,
out.
go to the Needle, and you can see it all.
That's it.
That's it. Let's do it one time.
That's
A lot of stuff. We're doing excursions with my kids. That's it. I'm good.
Maybe she'll say,
I don't
now that
want-
you jumped on this, why don't you jump on this?
Yeah, you never know. It could be a little.
guys could reunite, man. This could be
rekindling.
beautiful.
Did I say something
I
though?
just want my child support money back. That's it.
So you must have a decent relationship with your
It's
ex-wife.
amicable. Yeah, it's amicable, for sure.
So
Yeah.
that's a great thing.
That is
That
a
the
beautiful
fact that
thing.
you had Christmas dinner.
Well, you have
Yes,
a very.
yes.
They live together still. He and his ex.
No, we don't live together.
I thought you lived
No, no.
together.
So fuck your ex?
I have not had sex with her since we, but
since the last time.
We have grandchildren, so she lives in the house that we bought 31 years ago.
Oh, I thought we lived together.
And my grandchildren, she watches them, so I go there.
Okay.
But everything is good. So what I'm saying is that the fact that she asked you to go is very nice.
Oh yeah,
you know,
we could. We're it's amicable.
So that's good because
I lived with my wife for 7 years after we split up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. And then we split. Then we finally sold the house. We split. That lasted a whole 3 years. Now we're back together.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, we were split up for almost 10 years.
Come on, serious?
Yeah,
10
that's
years?
serious. Oh, just about. Yeah, Don knows. I'm married to Don's cousin.
My cousin. That's how I know this guy. I've known him like with 30 years.
Yeah.
30 some years.
Wait, Don, I heard the story about the house that was your brother's.
Oh,
Yeah,
with
that's
Fat
crazy.
Jay?
That's crazy.
That is a crazy
check
story.
this out.
Listen to this story.
Listen
to the story.
Jay's fat brother.
Okay.
No.
That's like a mashup.
All right. My brother, God bless him, he passed away a couple years ago.
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you. And so, but he sold his house before he passed away. He sold his house, bought another house. And so anyway, and he had the house for like 20 years. So I'm watching. Do you guys know Silvio D'Onofrio? Sill.
I know who he is.
Yeah,
yes.
he's a comic out here in Fat Jay. They do a lot of sketches together. So I share all their sketches that they do and stuff like that on Instagram. So one day I'm watching one of them, and he's doing like this whole thing where he's trying to buy a house. It's this whole bit that he's doing, like, hey, this isn't good enough. He's like this Italian guy with the measurements and all.
I saw that.
Yeah. So I'm watching it, and kind of like I'm an editor for rendering. I'll watch it, and then I'm like, oh, looks like my brother's house. I guess they're all built the same. Maybe they're all the same model. I go, yeah, looks. Then all of a sudden, I see the view from like the doorway, and that view I've seen a million times, and I'm like, is that my brother's house? So I call my wife, Wendy, get in here! Holy shit! She's like, what? I go, is this my brother's fucking house? What's the odds of this? So she's watching it, because what's the odds? So she's like, holy shit, it is. So I call Fat Jay. I'm like, was this Lake Grove? He's like, yeah. How the hell did you know? like Fat Jay's like, what the fuck are you stalking us? So I'm like, that's my brother's house, man. And I start naming the different parts of the house and different things that my father built in there, like the deck outside. My father helped do. So all of a sudden, Sill's like he calls me up. My last name is Sill. Silvio goes by Sill. So Fat Jay's like, yeah, it's Sill's house. I go, yeah, no shit, it's my brother. He's like, no, Sill lives there. So anyway,
that's my favorite part. Yeah. That's my favorite part. That's like an Abbott and Costello thing.
Yeah.
It's Sill's house. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's like, So finally, Sill calls me up. And he's like, Greg's your brother? And I was like, oh, shit. Like, I wasn't expecting to knew my brother. I was like,
you knew?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, you knew my brother? He goes, yeah, he sold me the house, man.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, yeah. And after my brother passed away, a lot of people were sending flowers and shit to that address. So he was getting all my brother's, fan mail, so to speak. And then he had to bring it over to the house. So it's weird that he's connected like that.
So this is what I believe, right? That's God keeping your brother.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe some of those
things. I think so too.
Weird.
I think so
too.
So
that's your brother. He's always going to be.
I'll tell you a weird story. When Don and Wendy got married just almost 2 years ago, they were sitting at the dais and people are doing toasts and speeches and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
To their left was a door, but it had like glass, but like what do they call that? When you look through it, it's kind of blurry.
Stained glass.
Well, not stained glass.
Yeah, but like
like frosted.
Frosted. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Frosted. There was a guy that worked at this catering glass. Because it was frosted, this guy looked exactly like Don's brother.
That guy looked like
even without the frosted, he looked like him. But through the frosted, it looked even more like him.
Looked just like him.
So it was almost like, there he was. Like that was like his seal of approval, almost. You know, like we were all while it was happening, we're all looking like, holy shit, look at that.
That dude,
that blew me away.
He was like the concierge or whatever.
Whatever they call it.
In charge, like of the wedding, he was like the guy that worked there, the maitre d' or whatever you call him.
Did you say like consigliere?
Peter's here.
Which is a spiritual part of the show.
This is right.
But that guy looked just like my brother. And there's a video after we got married, we're all coming off, and that guy comes up to me and high fives me. And in that high five, he looks exactly like it blows my fucking mind. So, yeah, I think Greg's always with me, and that just trips me. And Silvio invited me over. He goes, hey, every summer we do a big party at the house, a pool party and all this stuff.
Awesome.
And my father helped put in that pool and the deck and the whole yard. So he's like, yeah, if you want to come over and go, it'll be awesome to have you there. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I can handle that shit. But
he invited me too, by the way.
Oh,
so
sorry.
I got you back.
You're there.
Don, I'm going.
Tony,
Tony,
if you want to go, I have those little underwears you can.
Nice.
You can.
Well,
I'm going
to
just
come
to
in
see
with
Tony in those
You
underwear.
can strut your stuff.
Kids, you want to
balls
see
falls out.
my kids pop out again?
Oh my God!
Tony put on a pair of
This is the pornographic
Tony put on
part
a
of
pair
the show.
of tight
Rosie, I
underwear.
just got sick.
The Rosie asked him to put on, and John Rusiello, the guy who called in, John Rusiello, he paid Tony $200 towards his foundation for autism to wear these tight ass underwear, and so Tony comes out completely just wearing underwear,
saw that?
nothing else.
She was sitting right here.
Oh, my God.
I was the one that looks and
I
said,
swear-
"Your nut is
A
popping
chicken
out."
cutlet,
A
flopped
child
out.
egg was hanging out,
come
wasn't
on,
it?
Anthony.
It was a chicken cutlet came flopping out of it.
Anthony,
I was like this. I was like this.
It was
Your
like
nut, your
nice.
nut, your nut.
She couldn't stop looking at
of course.
I couldn't stop
So I was like,
looking at
Rosie,
it.
calm down.
Was that too hot for TV?
Between
or
that,
what?
he has one leg,
Nice.
and one of his
You
legs
knew?
is a,
I did not know.
and then
did
the
not
other
know?
leg is a Met leg, like a
Nice.
titanium
Yeah,
New
he
York Met
represents-
What else
leg.
would it be?
You really didn't know?
I swear, I didn't know.
he represents.
You know who I am, right?
I do, but I did not know. I swear to God, I don't know.
Me and
anything.
Pete go back almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
And he's got a Met leg.
I don't even.
Oh, you didn't know that was
Don't-
Tony Walker?
I knew it was Tony Walker. I didn't know it was the Tony Walker.
We do. We go
No,
back almost 20 years.
I am so bad.
Okay.
What? I didn't know what he said. What?
I'm breaking your chops.
I'm
You guys
stoned,
know,
man.
Fucking people making
He's
fun
been
of me.
hanging too much
You're vibing
on
on a
Arthur
show.
Avenue. I
Now
gotta
the
break
guy's
his
got a
balls.
rag on me.
This is what happens.
No,
This
he's
is what
not.
happens.
He's not.
No, I'm only kidding.
He's not.
No, I know you do. Could I say something along the lines of let's go back to the spiritual thing because it recently happened. My grandson is 3, so over the winter, he
And I gotta say, you have him working in the front lawn
He
and
has to.
stuff.
Wow.
He's already. He's
That's
post
why
video.
we
This
have
kid,
kids.
this
Child
kid,
labor.
this kid
My
is
grandson.
like. This kid is planting, shoveling. This
Doing
kid is
everything.
doing.
There you
he's-
go. There
he's-
you go.
Nice.
How'd you get a Mexican grandkid?
a Mexican grand.
How'd you get a
You gotta marry a Mexican wife. You gotta get.
He just went to Home Depot. They were.
So I should-
Oh, they were on sale 2 for $1. Is that what it was?
They were in a giant bucket.
Yeah, just
He's calling
Take
my,
one.
and then he
called
gets
his mother,
he's
who's my
separating the
daughter.
families.
They're on the shelf if you want one. So he's calling my daughter at night. It's over the winter, and his mother is my daughter, and he says, "Ma, I need the blanket," and she's like, "You have a blanket?" He goes, "No, the heavy one that you have," and she's like, "What heavy one?" He goes, "G is telling me to get G, which is my mother-in-law who's passed."
Wow.
He said, G is telling me I need that other blanket in your closet.
Wow.
My grandson.
Wow, that's
And
heavy.
she says,
Wow.
G. And my daughter says, who's G? He goes, she's here. She has the red hair. My mom dyed hair.
Whoa.
Holy
red hair.
shit.
And my daughter
Wow.
flipped out. So my grandson, over this past winter, wakes up in the middle of the night and says, you got to get me the blanket. G is telling me I need the heavy blanket because it's cold.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I hope you
Who's
got the
G?
blanket.
Never met her.
Yeah.
Listen,
the blanket,
I believe
Yes,
in.
my daughter gave him the blanket.
I believe in all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I believe in all that stuff.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
How come
That's
none of this
crazy.
shit happens to me? I don't know. Nothing.
It does. You just
Nothing.
you just don't want to see it.
You don't want to
happens
see
you.
it, right?
Like this whole Alaska trip. That's
Yeah, you need to open your
You
eyes.
think some weird stuff's going to happen in Alaska? What
And
do you
you-
think's going to happen?
James, you know what the best? Anybody I know who's been to Alaska loved it. And
Oh, I know I'm going to
no,
love
yeah,
it.
you're gonna,
I've heard that trip is awesome.
Amazing.
Oh, it's going to be great.
You're gonna see all kinds of stuff.
literally the last frontier.
You might even see your
I'm going
ex's
I don't want
That's,
to see anything.
that's what's going to
coochie free.
I don't want to see a coochie from my ex. No.
You're going to be sitting in that chair after that trip.
James.
Like, guys, I'm in love. I've never
I'm
been
good.
so happy. I'm back with my wife. She's the best.
I'm doing
And
every
the wife?
excursion.
all night long.
I don't want to do no.
all night long.
It's cold in Alaska.
Yeah, even in the summertime, it's
And it's
cold.
not the big blanket you'll be looking
Yeah,
for.
she ain't going to be calling G for the blanket.
The big something else.
I'm doing every excursion with the kids and the family,
It's called an
except the
excursion.
helicopter ride. I'm not getting on the helicopter with you.
Excursion. That's right. Like Jack said.
Sex
Show her
I
how
like
big your
it.
iceberg is.
Yeah,
No.
There you go.
No.
Yeah, it's really.
Well, we're talking about G, Grim.
Oh my God.
Huh?
See, it's all connected.
Ah, see that?
MG.
But you know what it is, James? You seriously, you gotta.
I'm not on the right drugs. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Maybe.
Should I be back on acid?
I can't take James seriously. He's so severe.
Because he says it like,
He's a,
with his face.
Yeah, he's got the face.
With his face.
He goes, and he's like, and he makes that.
He's right. I do have that stupid pucker duck face.
Then you got like
You know what
resting angry face. We say that's
like I'm like, is he mad? Like when I see him, I'm like, hi James, how are you? I'm like, is he mad at me?
But
I'm not mad at
anybody.
anybody.
He doesn't have any kind of
And
expression.
he's the nicest fucking guy ever.
He is
But
great.
he's
Yeah,
like, is he
yeah.
mad at
You
me?
would
Yes,
never
he is.
figure me out.
So
That's
mad.
how you want it.
Unless I'm like,
He's
yes!
the nicest guy ever, but I'm like, he's always mad at me.
Yeah.
Not mad at
And now we know he's got an ex-wife. That's why he's mad. And he's
I
got
know,
to
I'm
go
not
Well,
mad
listen,
at all.
I have,
Free.
speaking of exes and being amicable,
Yes.
the way you and your ex, what's her name?
I forgot.
He's a liar. He knows who it is. Come on, Rosie.
You and your ex, and you and your ex, and you and your ex, right?
Well, not anymore.
Well, now you're together.
It's
That's
right.
That's
crazy.
right.
Yeah, no, that's
Now,
exactly
My ex-ex.
when I'm on the podcast with you, I always say, my husband. My husband and I are split up.
Yes.
And it's so new that I don't know how else to call him. It's
Oh, right. You don't know. Is it too soon to say X?
well, he moved out. Like yesterday was his first night living.
But you're not divorced, though.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, but last night was the first night without him?
Yeah, last night was the first night he was living.
How'd
Like
the kids
he's.
take it?
I have one son, and he's so fucking happy. He doesn't know what to do with himself.
Well, he's got 2
'cause
bedrooms now.
He's got 2
probably, right?
bedrooms.
Oh, my God.
And his new place is 5 minutes away.
So he's got 2 bedrooms.
And
now.
he's got
2
his
Christmases,
His
the whole
best
works.
friend
extra
is
gifts.
his best friend is across the street from his place, and his other 2 friends are around the corner, and we're very amicable.
I'm
How
going
are
to tell
you
you.
doing with it all?
I'm
you ha-
okay. I had a couple of moments this week. And not because I want to get back, or not. I mean, it was my decision. Really, I started. I
Whether you
got
want
the
to get
ball
back or
rolling.
not, it's a weird thing.
It's hard.
After-
It is weird and awkward.
After 20 years
Yeah,
together,
That's tough. That's tough.
you know, and I
Yeah.
love my nieces. I mean, I have twin nieces that are 15 and a little one that's 9, and it's. I thought everybody was going to hate me. I still feel like I'm sometimes in the front of a firing squad a little, but
Oh, I'm the black sheep of my family.
What about your
that's for
mother-in-law?
sure.
Oh, she's probably.
No, I'm saying, 'cause
is
that's
she
the key,
mad at
right?
you?
no,
Yeah.
Valentina Fiumara.
Oh, you're done.
Oh, I know, I'm done.
The host
Yeah.
couldn't say
Cement
your last name.
boots.
That's why she didn't.
You know what she said? Oh no, I know that. She said I'm not even going to try. She just said Rosie. I was like, all right. But Auntie Tommaso, she said antipasta.
Yeah.
She did? I'm fucking slap her.
Yeah, but did he tell her to say that? Or did they
No.
tell
No,
her that? Yeah.
she said I'm going to say antipasta, and he goes, all right.
Well, he don't care.
He
Johnny.
doesn't give a shit.
Johnny
He's so
don't care.
sweet.
Easiest going kid
He
I've
had a
ever.
good set. He was funny.
He is funny. I love
He
that kid.
is
You were
so
funny.
sweet.
Rosie,
Thank
you were funny too.
Thank you.
See, we were talking about this. The last show we did with John is we had all the Italian of us. We doing something similar to what they're doing over here.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's hard to, if somebody sees it, then you're copying this one and that one.
So what?
Nah, whatever.
There's a million of like.
Yeah.
We've been.
You know.
We were actually talking about earlier tonight a few times. The Italian audiences are so loyal, and they
Yeah.
can't get enough of this.
So you know
Really?
what it is as an. So obviously I'm Italian American, but
No.
Really?
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
come on. My father actually was born in Italy. Came here. I don't tell you the story. He came here in 1939 during the war.
So
But the
you're a
thing
second
is-
generation.
Say again.
So you're a second generation straight
Yeah,
from
my
the-
mother was born here.
Right. Right.
But her parents were born in
Did
Italy.
they meet? They met here.
No, they met here. Yeah, 'cause so I'll tell you a real funny story. My father used to love telling this story. He don't even remember coming over here. You know, he's 6, however old he was. It was my grandfather had to come a year ahead. Then my grandmother, my father, my aunt, and my uncle came on a boat.
Right.
Goes to school his whole life, from kindergarten all the way to high school. He gets his draft notice, and he's got to go down to Whitehall Street, Manhattan. And he's going through the physical and all this. So the sergeant says to him, "Where's your citizenship papers?" My father goes, "What are you talking about? I graduated high school." He thought so what happens is, if you're under 18 and you're here with your parents and they become citizens, which my grandparents did, the children automatically become citizens.
Right.
But there's paperwork that says on this date
Is that true? Because
Yes.
my best friend came
But
here when she was
from Puerto Rico.
4. No,
Oh.
from Korea, and she had to eventually take her citizenship
No,
test.
I don't know. Maybe back then it might have been different. I just know.
Back then, how old do you think she is?
No, I'm saying for my.
No,
father.
he's saying back then. I'm you know.
I thought you were gonna say from Puerto Rico.
I know I look like I'm
Well, in the 40s it was this way. I don't know what it was like in the 10s.
So anyway, he had to go. They sent him back home, and he had to come back the next day. My grandmother had to go to the safety deposit box and get the. So there was. I have those papers.
We're
now.
still in 1939. Are we
No,
still in
this is
1939?
no. This is probably like 19.
He's like, are there bombs being
Like, where
dropped?
are we? What year are we in?
1950.
Oh,
let's just say.
1950.
And you still have the
Okay,
papers,
all right.
though. That's cool.
Say again?
You still have the papers. You actually have
Well, what
them.
happened was, so my parents passed the last few years, and I was in the house, and my father had this drawer with all, I mean, not only stuff, letters that I wrote him when I was in the military, letters that my sons wrote him.
Wow, yeah.
He had, I mean,
That's
I said,
cool
holy
shit.
shit, I didn't
That's
even
cool
think.
stuff.
And then he had the papers. I got to look. I have them, and it has my grandmother's name, Catherine, my grandfather, Leonello, and then my father, my aunt, and my uncle's names, and that's the date. But next to their names, my grandfather signed his name next to it.
You got to frame that, man.
You know, so anyway, he used to love telling that story. Because I graduated high school. I'm a citizen. You know. He goes and he said, I went to PS14. I went to this. I went to East New York High School. Yeah, but you ain't a citizen, bro. You fucking weren't born here. You gotta go get your paperwork. He used to love telling that story.
That's freaking awesome.
That's great.
Great story, right, Rosie?
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say because Rosie's Puerto Rican, so Puerto Ricans are not immigrants. They're
No.
just the 51st state.
Right, exactly.
You know.
No, but my father's parents, they have like the little manifesto from what do you call it? I had a vodka and that's it. From the fucking Lady Liberty, what's the island?
Ellis Island.
Thank you.
But from Puerto Rico?
No, from Italy.
Oh, okay.
You forget about that part.
Now, wait a minute. You say Italy, but then do you mean Sicily?
It's the same thing.
Shit, but he said no. He said no.
No, because the Italian.
I got her piece.
Listen, Sicily is part of Italy.
All right.
But
See?
That's like
the-
Finland is part of Long Island.
If you ask my mother-in-law, ex-mother-in-law, soon-to-be ex-mother-in-law, if you say to her, "Oh, are you Sicilian?" Oh, you would think you asked her like, forget it.
But she's Sicilian.
No, she's from
Napolitan.
She's from near Monte Cassino.
Yes, okay.
Where's that?
Which is near between.
It's another island, like-
no,
Not an island. It's like a beach.
No, Monte Cassino is where they
That's
had
where
a
the Native Americans went in Italy.
People gamble there.
Yeah.
That's
That's
You
where
know
the
what?
Moors came. The
Isn't that
Moors and they
Yeah.
fucked like
Oh,
crazy.
Mohegan Sun, right? Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
what you meant to say? Okay.
we destroyed that.
Connecticut
We destroyed that.
to Ellis
Monte
Island.
Cassino is the pizzeria where John Butera works on Wednesday nights.
Exactly.
Oh, the dough? Does he do the dough?
He
That
flips
dough
the
guy?
dough.
You ever see those dough contests?
That's a real
They're
thing.
plastic. They're
You're
rubber.
good at that.
Are they
dough.
really?
Oh,
Yeah.
the dough's not real?
How many times
No.
they dropped it on the floor?
No, it's rubber. The spinning dough contests. Those doughs are rubber. They're not real. It's not real dough.
Oh,
But-
really?
Yes.
I've never watched a contest.
I saw.
You gotta hang out.
How
and-
serious and intense is that? That
Very. It's worldwide.
You can't join it because you're so white
And you're white.
that they don't know what to do with
I'll be
you.
like, I hate olives. Get
What
the
are
fuck
you-
out of here.
Right. You got to go and put like brown paint on.
I mean,
it.
have you ever seen somebody? He's so white. Look at him.
Oh, he's
Oh,
think
yeah.
Italians
him and
are
half.
darker?
He's German white.
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
German? Are you German?
Is he German?
I'm Germanish.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause-
German, Irish, English, Scottish, and Russian.
Yeah, you're the
The
American.
Russian is new. I just found that one out a few years ago. My mother's like, your grandfather was Russian. I'm like, fuck, you're telling me now? I'm like 45.
I have the
I would like to have
lockdown
known
on the
that when I was
white-haired,
18.
extra white comics
Yes, you do.
As far as what do you mean?
on my fan club.
Oh,
Extra white
they-
comics.
Extra white-haired
She's got that
comics.
olive skin.
I can think of
Oh,
one
like
other-
Eric Half.
Eric
keep
Half.
wearing
You
this
see me
outfit,
with no
you're gonna have a
shirt.
lot of fans.
What?
You should see me with no shirt. I'm pretty
we have
pale.
to?
I'm pretty pale.
Yeah,
We're good.
I'm talking.
Keep it on. I don't need any more nipples
thought-
tonight.
See that? She wants to see my balls, but she doesn't want to see his chest.
She saw
It's about the same color too.
Anthony's balls, but you don't want to see his nipples.
Not here. I mean,
Oh,
maybe
okay.
after a
All
couple
right,
of
all right.
drinks.
Yeah,
but
now that you're
not
single,
right
you
here.
can see some nipples. All right.
I'm just making sure.
What about you, Jack? You pale underneath all that?
Yeah, I'm underneath.
He's not wearing a shirt. I'm sorry.
No, but you know what the difference is? He's like regular. He's regular white guy, pinkish
regular white guy. I'm regular.
No, you're so fucking white. You're like white out clear.
He's like Gestapo.
Yeah, he's like
hence the Russian.
You're like a Nazi.
You can see my veins.
Is he albino?
You would definitely, if I was casting a Nazi.
If I was albino, wouldn't I?
Oh yeah,
red eyes.
You look like you're.
Albino usually is a little.
You look like a gatekeeper at Auschwitz.
Yeah, if I was casting a movie, he would definitely be a Nazi.
Yeah.
But show me the papers.
We have ways of making you talk.
We have ways.
Bring the train in.
Show me the papers. Hilarious, Don.
Oh
my God. Oh wait, we said Don. You didn't hold the cube. I don't know who we're talking about. Okay, now I know.
There you go. Yes.
Okay, now I know.
So is this how this podcast goes, Anthony? Just
pretty much
randomly.
Free form, baby.
There's no subject matter. Or
no,
anything?
on Friday sometimes I bring a puppet.
You just chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just.
You got to come on Fridays.
I'll tell you what. I'll bring the.
She does good voices too.
There you go.
No, Rosie.
And she shaves my head.
Nice. His head if you come on the show.
Wow.
I need him.
Okay, I'll be there.
But I won't look.
I got a man groomer.
Oh, you can't shave the balls.
I don't want you to fucking.
That's scary.
You ever nick the sack?
I think she's just such a pro.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bloodbath.
That's why I don't do it.
I do it, and I go, fuck.
No, don't they have safety razors?
I have no idea.
When you're married, you don't have to manscape anymore. Those days are over.
No, is that what happens?
We're back to hair? We're back to hair now?
Yeah, we're back to mohawks or whatever you want.
Don, I'm 62.
Oh, speaking of shaving balls. I went in the bathroom before, which is an abomination of pubes
all over
on the sink.
Who the fuck did
What
that?
the
Seriously.
fuck?
The Seinfeld bathroom?
Yeah. Those are Seinfeld's pubes, actually.
No,
wow. So somebody man-groomed.
They had to. I don't know.
Peed in the sink. That's probably what happened.
But I cleaned them. I took my hands and I took the hands.
What do we need, Mikey?
Oh, we're good.
I took my hands with a big cup of water and I gotta go get a drink.
Where you going?
I need booze.
Get Mikey on here.
Me?
What would you like?
I like Blue Moon with a splash of orange juice, please.
Oh my goodness.
It's not strange. It's
Anthony,
delicious.
no. Thank you.
Anybody want a drink?
Anthony, this man put on a great show tonight. He put a
I'll just
list
Diet
of
Coke or
comics.
something. No alcohol.
I've seen him. I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, I'm seeing the comics that he put together tonight.
You want a drink?
I'm good.
You need to see?
I'm good.
Mikey's all hyped up.
I'm hyped up. I just came off stage.
Sold out show.
Congratulations.
So, Mike, this was your show?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mike
really?
Yes.
Mike produced it, right? You and Keeks?
He picked the right comics.
Yes, I did. You guys are the best.
You did.
You guys are the best.
How did you go about picking?
Well, what happened was that when I first got into this, it was all a joke. But the principal that's up there today, that's being the MC, she was at my kid's school, and I didn't have any talent or anything like that. So she asked if I wanted to do a fundraiser, so I did. That's where I met Mike, and then he introduced me to this world of doing this, and I just do it every now and then for fun. And
Well, let me ask you, did he teach you anything about headphones?
No, he didn't. Why? I'm doing it wrong?
I thought I was fucked up.
Your left ear, it's
James,
wrong.
You gotta flip it.
Fix
You
it.
gotta flip it over.
James, I thought I was fucked up.
I think Rosie had it like that.
You never wore headphones before? What the hell?
No, I'm half.
Why the fuck we can't even type up?
My grandmother dropped me on my head when I was like about an infant, so it's my fault. And my mother smoked a lot of cigarettes in the womb.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. That will do it.
So I'm all fucked up.
I'm having a baby.
I remember, I'm born in 71. I'm a 1971 kid. So I remember seeing video, like old home movies, of people. I'm in the crib, and my grandparents are around me smoking cigarettes, looking at me.
Don.
They threw a dog in the crib.
A
fucking dog.
I was smoking 6 packs a day by the time I was 7.
Yeah.
You know? Just by everybody fucking every room I walked into.
Oh, my grandmother's house. After we had to clean the house, the drapes were just yellow.
Oh, it's yellow. Yeah. There's no coming back from that.
But they used to think it was funny, right? Watch him smoke a cigarette. Like
Yeah.
they would let him, like the 5-year-old smoke a little bit.
We would go in my grandmother's ashtray, light it up like a cigarette butt, and we would just play. Like, man, it sounds like sparklers.
Ashtrays right in the living room full of cigarette butts. Think about it. It was a crazy time.
Nobody cared.
Nobody gave a shit. That's why we're good. We came out all right.
Well, that too, right? They were so cheap back then.
If you got that mark on your shoulder, you're good to go.
Yeah, that's when you know.
You're dying of nothing.
What do you mean, Mark? What do you mean, Mark?
It's like a big
like a vaccination.
like a vaccination thing. It's like a big circle.
Depending how old you are. Like mine is fading. You can barely see it now, but
right in all the
they gave you like 72 needles in one shot.
Yes.
And but this is how they did things back then, right?
Yeah.
So if you like where I grew up, all my cousins, we all lived within blocks of each other. So my aunt, I had Jimmy's got the fucking measles. Bring everybody over. Next thing you know, it'll be 30 of us in a bed, touching each other, so we won't get the measles. Right. You know,
well, boot camp was like that, right? Marine Corps boot camp was like they run you through when you get to boot
you
camp.
just get shots. Boom,
and they have guns,
yeah.
right? And there's like nurses all throughout. Like it's like 30.
They just shoot you up.
Shot both arms. Bam, bam.
That's what they did during the draft
all
too.
day.
Yeah.
Right. That's crazy.
I'll tell you a funny story. I was in the Army, right? So, we call it basic training. So anyway, the drill sergeant says, I don't care if you come out of that latrine, you got to have a towel on or dressed and or whatever, your shower shoes got to be on, right? So we're about like 3-4 weeks into it. I'll never forget this kid. Everhart was his name. His bunk was right next to the latrine, right? So he comes out. He figures, I'm going to get dressed real quick, butt naked. I don't know where the fuck this drill sergeant came from, right? Because they see it, hops over every fucking, starts in his face. You fucking faggot. You motherfucker. What are you, my rules? Formation outside right now. Everybody outside in formation. And Everhart's going to put his clothes on. And the drill sergeant says, you get outside naked, you fucking homo. He makes this kid Everhart run around the barracks about 20 times naked.
You sure it was Everhart? Maybe it was Everhard?
Yeah. He wasn't hard. He was so embarrassed. His dick went. I will tell you this. Everhart is probably in his 60s today. I guarantee you that guy's never come out of a bathroom without a stitch club ever again. It never came out.
Or those are different fetish now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he might be into some weird shit.
Maybe. You never know.
But those are different times. You can't get away with that shit today. No way. Even if you called him a faggot, like that, drill instructors.
But you know what I say though, Don? And I was in the military, and I went right after high school. I know there was like back then they would ask you if you're gay.
Right. Yeah.
But if you were gay and you wanted to serve in the military, of course you're gonna lie.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But
don't ask, don't tell. Or
I know there had to be gay people, especially women. I mean, you don't. You could see.
Do you think the people asking them if they were gay, they just they were gay and they just wanted to know?
Yeah. Hey, are you gay?
I got an idea.
Or it's like
seriously, I won't say nothing.
Are you gay?
What are you doing later?
I
know this club.
What time do you take showers?
Really good.
People just be like, "Fuck no, I'm not gay." He's like, "Oh." Next.
Because me and Everhart we're getting together later.
Yeah. Everhart's waiting outside with his fucking towel on.
By the way, that shower thing was a suggestion.
It's the only place in the world, though. You better not have a hang up about yourself because you're. Back then, I don't know. I know it ain't like that now. The toilet, just like in Full Metal Jacket, the toilets.
Yeah, there was no partition.
No partitions.
Right. We had partitions. We had no doors.
No doors.
So you walked past guys shitting,
and
you couldn't close the door.
Right.
That was
So
still weird, but a little more
drive
advanced.
by. You could walk.
You could do a little drive-by.
But it's not like a.
Right.
You couldn't look over.
Yeah, you couldn't look over, but you could. If you're walking by, you see everything.
Yeah.
What's up? You want to come in?
Still rough though.
You want to come in? Come on in. Come sit.
This is Jay. Come on in, Jay.
I gotta get back out.
I didn't know this room exists.
This is Jay. This is Jay,
Jay?
everybody.
Jay, how you doing, Jay?
Oh, Mike, we didn't really get to talk to you. All right.
I'll
Well,
come back next time.
all right. Absolutely. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, guys. Hey, listen. Thank you very much, guys.
How you doing, buddy? Yeah,
Funny
I guess
stuff.
we're live right now.
All right. Cool. Thanks, Mike. All right. So Jay, what is it? Jay, right?
Jay.
You're one of the comedians?
Rosie, come
No, I
here.
was not.
Oh, you're not.
Rosie,
I'm just here because of this guy right here. This is a good guy right here.
Nice, yeah,
I thought
good.
you were bringing liquid and.
There's a man coming with drinks.
Oh, nice.
There's
Rosie
a man
rocks.
coming
Thank
with
you,
drinks.
Rosie.
So, Rosie knows how to do it. See?
Jack, you out of here, brother?
Yeah, man.
Oh, all right.
Jack Adams, you rock.
Jack
Jack
Adams.
Adams.
Thank you, Jack.
About all the stuff we talked about, and then get
Sounds like a new liquor brand.
Got to get you on Conversations too, Jack.
So, really, you're not a comedian? You're just hanging out with people?
I'm just here. I'm actually an artist. I do music, but I'm here to support
What
this
kind
guy.
of music?
This guy Peter. I do all kinds of music. Right now, I'm in the midst of like R&B and hip hop. You know,
Give us a sample,
typical
man.
vibe.
Can you
let's
do some
hear it.
acapella?
I thought you were going to say like Irish Gaelic.
You would you got?
He looks right.
I'm
That's
kind
what
of
I thought for
surprised by
sure.
your
Really?
Oh, for sure.
Really?
Irish
Shocking.
jig dancing.
James could do some
the Irish
beatbox.
jig.
Oh,
Let's get it. You gonna beatbox?
boom.
That's not good enough. Oh, man. I don't know, man.
No, he
That's
did.
not good enough, man. I don't know.
Tribe
What
Called
the-
Quest
what do you
represent.
I mean, he's really white.
He tried.
Maybe another time.
I
But you just gotta take. You just gotta take my word for
car
it.
when I'm alone. I get into it. But this is pressure.
Yeah.
Pressure.
No, I get that.
But
Very
you just said no. Is that what happened here?
No, this I'm all for it. But
Oh.
it gotta be the proper beatbox. You can't just like
Now we're on a
just-
2-minute delay at night.
Oh, is it 2
I
minute
feel
delay?
like it must
What are you
be.
talking about, Rosie?
She's
The screens on
What about
delay.
Rosie? Can she do a beatbox?
No. Ooh, Cameron's
there we
here.
There we go.
Cameron's the man.
There we go.
Cameron.
Thank you.
Cameron works his ass off all
Cameron
week long.
is one of the
Nice.
hardest
I'm a
working
witness.
people.
That's a
I didn't
Diet
get it.
Coke. That's a
in
Diet
the-
Coke.
Cameron's
Thank you
here
so
in
much,
the
Cameron.
afternoon.
Rosie, did you
Wish I was here. I would have ordered
I
something.
told
there.
them.
Cameron rocks.
Thank you
Still
so
order.
much.
We appreciate it.
I
Cameron.
get here
Thank
around
you.
9:30. Cameron
Thank you, Rosie.
gets you
Cheers.
right around the
Cheers.
same time, and you're
Really?
here.
You get here that early?
This is the
Cheers.
man of the hour.
Sometimes like 5, 6 o'clock at night, his car's
Come on.
still sitting out. Oh, I'm telling you,
I'm glad I
he
went out
works
there.
here all day. He
I believe it.
and
Good
he
for you.
works
Cameron.
hard.
You're a fucking man. That's a real man.
Gets the job done.
Oh, he's hardworking.
Cameron's
What
a
is
man.
Cameron
What a
rocks,
gay chick is
everybody.
You know
If you
what?
ever come out here, tip
Hardworking right
Cameron
there.
well, people.
We'll get back to your music in 1 second.
We will.
Who else is really hardworking?
Everybody that works here.
What's
You.
What's the black guy with the little hair?
Carl.
Oh, the little tie.
That guy's
Oh
the best.
my God.
That
Carl
guy's
is
the best.
awesome.
Carl rocks.
I
Love that
I
guy.
have,
Break,
Nice.
I
Yes.
almost swear. Why do I have Carl's number?
Well, now you're
get-
single. Yeah.
You want to look at his balls? That's why would you have it?
You know what they say.
tonight.
You know what they say.
Well, and I heard, somebody warned me though.
Is that
Really?
true? Is that true, by
They
the way?
warned me about
What's
Carl.
true?
They said don't be too.
That what they
nice
say.
to
Once you go
Carl.
black, you never
Really?
go back. Is that true?
It's very true, but I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's not
Don't be
always.
too
It's
nice
not
to
always right.
Carl,
It's
because
not
if
always
you're too
right?
nice
It's
to
not
Carl,
always
they'll
right.
go
Gone
wrong
back.
with you.
I've seen girls go black and going back.
Oh,
My baby
see?
Wow.
Not in my life.
I was about to say you've seen
He's
that,
only
so you're
12.
Not in
kind
my
of
life.
admitting something there.
Now, I've had a good time so far. I've put my stamp on
But
very beautiful women, but I've seen women go black and go back.
Wonder what happened. Was it like
I've gone back.
was it not as big as they thought? Is that
Maybe that could have been it. That
oh,
could have
that's
been it.
disappointing.
You know, we hung out in Brentwood.
Maybe that could have been it. That could have been.
They're like, what do you no?
But it's
Just talking about the
possible.
whole thing that-
It's
In
possible.
the books, it was different. That's not what they taught us in history.
So you recording stuff? Like what? How far along are you on your musical journey?
So we've been doing really good. I've co-written and produced records for like Kanye West.
Come
Lil
on,
Durk,
really?
You work with Kanye?
Savage, 21 Savage,
I know
all these
21
people.
Savage,
We've
Atlanta.
produced and songwritten. I have a whole like group of people. It's me, my little brother, and two of my close friends.
So what are you doing with like Kanye?
Thank
So
you, Cameron.
We produced the record for Donda 1. We produced No Child Left Behind. And he just dropped Donda 2, but we're suing him because
he's crazy?
not because of that, because he actually released the project without paying any of the producers.
Wow.
So do you work like with him, like in studio?
We're not direct. No,
So
we're not
getting-
direct.
You're getting
So
the music
we're
and mixing it?
A&Rs. We have good records. This would fit with Kanye West. Kanye West picks it, and then we
Right,
just do
right.
paperwork with our
no,
lawyers.
I don't want. Thank you.
Oh, that's
So-
pretty cool though,
Yeah.
man. So you work with an A&R right now, like
Yeah,
like
yeah, 100%.
variety
of
different
people. Like, the industry is so small, but it's also big.
Yeah, yeah.
You work with everybody that has connections, and as long as it's trustworthy, we do business with whoever.
So this makes sense because you work with people like Kanye and then Peter.
Oh, well.
That makes perfect sense.
Like right along,
Yeah.
I'm right along the same level as all of those guys.
Because this guy doesn't give a fuck.
Can I ask you a question?
He doesn't give a fuck. This
I
is
know
my
that.
guy.
Yes.
Kanye is very high profile in the media, right?
No.
Yes.
No, I'm not making a statement. I'm asking, is it like, are we allowed to like him, or like, is it?
Do whatever you want.
I'm about to say
I don't
that.
know.
It's literally up to you.
I don't know what to do with the guy.
do whatever
Like,
you want,
do I
whatever
like
you
him?
I even form my own personal opinions. I stay out of
Hey,
popular
I think-
opinion.
Siri, play Kanye West in the kitchen in like the morning. I'm like,
My son
I think-
loves Kanye.
I think
I don't-
Kanye
I
is
don't
a genius,
like Kanye
but I think
West
he's nuts.
only because of his music.
Well, most
I don't know.
are.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
And I get that. Yeah.
You know, like I'm not into that music, so that's
But he's
sure.
controversial outside of music, right?
no. I understand that.
Yes.
I don't care.
How
I
do you
don't
guys
care
know
either.
each
Yeah.
other?
Yeah, what's the connection
Yeah,
here?
how do you guys know each other?
So
And for Ahmed?
I work at Mazda. I work at Mazda.
He's the protection.
He works at the car wash. I'm prepping the cars up. I bring it in there. I meet this guy, good guy. We've been cool for almost a year now.
Wow.
And he's been telling me, come to my show, come to my show. I'm like, I'm going to come.
You know what you got to do.
I finally came to the show, and it was
This
amazing.
is the first time that
It was
you've seen
amazing.
Oh, it
someone?
is. Yes.
Amazing
You
show.
know what you got to
No wonder
do.
why you were standing there cracking.
Here's what you got to
This
do.
guy is hilarious.
That's the guy you got to
crazy?
send to Kanye's house.
He'll set him straight.
Oh, hey.
I promise you he'll set him straight.
Yee.
You know
Pay
what
my
else?
guy. Pay him now.
After he
Don't make me
collects-
come back here.
After he breaks Kanye's kneecaps,
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
you got to get him and open it up to doing comedy albums.
For sure.
Dude, a whole market of comedy.
This
records.
is my guy. There's
Yeah.
no limit to what the future can hold.
Yeah,
for
man.
sure.
I think
I'm
you-
okay. I
think you should try that. And you ever hear Rappin' Rodney? Rappin' Rodney Dangerfield? That he had. You know who Rodney Dangerfield is?
No.
So Rodney Dangerfield.
he don't know who he is.
He's one of the greats. He's passed away. He's from a Long Island guy
rest
from,
his soul, yeah.
Babylon.
Okay,
but,
nice.
But he's a legend, and he's the king of the one-liners, in my opinion. Henny Youngman's the real king of the one-liners, but
Nice.
he's like, I get no respect. I get no respect.
know
I got to tell you, the other day I saw my doctor, Dr. Vinny Boombots. I said, but Rodney had an album out in the '80s called Rappin' Rodney.
Okay.
And you could do something like that with Paul and be like, have Paul do a rap song.
For sure.
And have Kanye West on it, and you'll have a hit.
Next thing you know, it's blown up. There we go. That's all we need.
It'll be huge.
I got a question for Peter. Peter.
Yes.
You work at a car wash. This is
2 days a week, yes.
What do you do there? Seriously.
I work at the register and I throw people out.
Why would a
I've
guy
seen it.
run out of a
Listen,
car
I've
wash?
seen it.
Bouncer
I've seen it.
At the car.
Like what
I've seen it.
happens? What
Ask him.
happens?
I've seen it.
What pisses somebody off so much that they're like, I gotta get thrown. I'm gonna get thrown out of here. What does a guy do?
Come in with a fucking coupon.
You ain't getting no fucking 10%. You fucking asshole.
10%. $2. The guy got a fucking $90,000 Mercedes. He wants to get the fuck out.
I've seen it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
You pay
I've seen
double.
it. I can vouch. I
Which
can
car
vouch.
wash?
Belmont, Sunrise Highway.
Oh, okay, yeah. By the Parkway?
Right in between the King Cullen and the park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the south side, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow.
No, these people aggravate. No, when I tell you I want to, everything I say in my routines is pretty much truthful with just a little embellishment. Like it's not. It's like fucking. Like I was telling Jay, like every time I do these things, and people ask me, "Oh, where did you go? Like you went to comedy school?" I said, "Where did you go?" And I said, "I went to Centerville Park." It's just I grew up in a place.
Yeah.
It just there was no holds barred, and I was never the kid, whatever. But
How did the comedy thing happen for you? How did you take a class or you
No.
just jumped on stage one day? What happened?
So I always wanted to do it, and one day I was watching something on YouTube, and Jerry Seinfeld. I don't know. He was talking on an interview, and he says, a comic is between a comic and a funny guy, right? I consider myself a funny guy. At the time, not a comic. A comic is able to go up on stage and now, which is hard. We all know that's hard, to go on stage, have the guts to go out there. So I respect anybody. I don't care if they suck. You go on that stage and you tell jokes, you're good in my eyes.
Yeah, that takes the
So
guts.
So I always kept that in my head. So I was telling Jay in 2020, I did a show here at the Giggle Room, and it was right the beginning of when COVID took off. I wound up getting COVID, and then COVID hit, and everything was done. My nephew Johnny, I coached football at my old high school at John Adams, and I'm coming home from practice one night, and Johnny says, "Hey, Unc, what are you doing?" He says, "I'm doing an open mic. Why don't you come?" I says, "I got nothing. And I went. I just went off stuff in my head, and John Butero was there, and he asked me to do a show that he had coming up like 2 months later, and that was it.
Wow.
So I did a show for another guy. I'm not
Was he
going to say
making pizza dough when he walked in?
he did. He was making pizza, and he had a fucking cannoli
Plastic
in his
pizza
mouth.
dough.
So there's another guy that asked me a few months back. I'm not going to say his name. And I heard he doesn't pay people. I did the show anyway because I was writing new stuff, and I said, let me see how it works. And sometimes I feel like tonight, where I didn't know anybody, I feel like that's
a true test.
You know,
Right,
right?
yeah.
Exactly.
He's not getting any-
So
yeah,
that
like
show
friendlies.
with this particular guy, but he was a jerk. Like he had 14 comics on the show. Kept asking me if I'm bringing anybody. I'm like, yeah, I got guys. I had nobody coming. And
I know exactly what you're talking
you know who I'm talking about anyway. So it doesn't matter. Whatever. The guy's fine. It's great. Whatever. And I'm not into like. I could care less. I want to do this. I want to make people laugh. I feel like now that I'm on stage and I do it, and then I meet like people like Rosie and I mean Jim. Like it's a great circle of
good-
people
good
in
community
this little
here,
business
yeah.
that we're trying to do. So that's how it started.
Nice.
And so I do most of my shows are done through John, except that one show and tonight with Mikey. Mike had asked me one night, and I said, yeah. I said, like people. This is what I'm a. If I say to you, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So I don't like when people say to me, "Oh, let's do this, let's do this, let's." Hey, guy, you tell me the day, and if I am able, like in other words, for the most part, I have nothing to do. So I'll do it. Like there's this one woman keeps asking me to go to Arthur Avenue. I don't know. She keeps bugging me to go to Arthur Avenue.
Is that you?
This one woman, and I say any day you want. You know what I mean? Ed? Any day you want. You think it's happened?
No, right?
No.
No Arthur
So
Avenue?
Like on a date?
No.
for food.
No. To go. Listen to me. I'll take anyone. Anyone want? What's my motto, Rosie? What's my?
He says to me, listen, I'm not asking you to go out on the date. I'm just telling you, I know where to go. You can bring your friends. You can bring your fucking husband. You can bring your son.
Exactly.
I just want to go. I want to show you where I eat. I'm going to show you what are we going to eat.
She's got that impression down pat.
She
What do you say? What do you say?
She sounds just like
the
him.
name of the place is like a number. He's like, we're going to eat at a place called 149.
089.
089.
Best restaurant.
Is that like an
in his-
express?
And I want to
That's
go.
his area code in
Oh
Italy.
it's his area code in Italy. This place sounds.
It must be
And
awesome.
then he's always posting pictures. He's got a big fucking fat cigar and a fucking drink and his food. And
Wow.
It looks so good.
So you're gonna do it? You're gonna go?
And he
Listen.
goes, he goes, stop telling me you want to come. We'll go this week. I can't go this week.
But she said, I'm with my son. Bring your son. I'm not. Listen to me. Don, you want to go? Let's go.
It looks so good.
Here's
It's a van. We'll all go.
So
Well, here's the
good.
deal.
Let's
It
go.
looks so good.
Well, let's go.
I love food, man.
Let me
Oh my
tell you
God,
something.
It looks
Yeah.
so good.
I don't know how no.
I'm ready to go right
I don't know how
right now.
well no. Little Italy in the Bronx, the Arthur Avenue is 100 times better
I've
than
been to
Manhattan's
Arthur.
Little.
I've been there, and I've shopped
Yeah.
and brought home food. But I've been to a restaurant that was honestly, it was not.
Where'd you go to Enzo's?
I don't know where I
I feel
went.
like you shop a lot.
Yeah.
I do.
I bet you have a lot of Amazon boxes in front
Without
of
a
your house.
doubt.
Right?
Yeah,
right now,
Yep.
look at
She
your
has a
ring.
warehouse.
You probably
Yeah.
own
Own
I don't
Amazon
even know what's in the
warehouse.
box.
For
I
sure.
do. I've
For
done
sure.
sometimes at night. Once in a while, I smoke a little babanya.
Nice.
And I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh shit.
What have I gotten
And
here?
I'm like, oh.
Surprise! It's like
I
Christmas.
wake up and I'm like, oh shit.
There we go.
Order something.
What's that? And it's
Nice.
like I ordered Shea lounges for my backyard.
Nice.
Oh, man.
On Amazon?
Yeah, and they showed up the next day.
The next day.
And I
They-
was
yeah,
like,
they have
"What's
everything."
How the
this?"
fuck does a Shea Lounge go?
Giant box, and I'm like,
You got to put it together?
yeah, I'm like,
No way.
What is
I'm not putting it
this?
together.
That's when you need your, that's when you call your ex-husband
I'm
to
not
come
putting it
fix
together.
And
build
my
the
mother
furniture.
said to me, Rosie, what is this that you got this big box? And I'm like,
How did you know?
so I looked. I looked and I went, oh, I ordered 2 chairs for the backyard because remember at the end of last season they were like shitty and I threw them out. She goes, and my mother can't remember shit. Was like, we got chairs last year. That was the year before.
Right.
She was right.
How many chairs you need?
I don't need them. So she goes, tell Anthony that he can keep the chairs from last year and he can bring them to his new place and we'll
Nice.
keep these.
Your
So-
mother said this.
And I said, I'm picturing my husband in his little tiny backyard now.
With his balls hanging out of his
balls
fucking
hanging
nuts.
out.
His fucking,
and like
chicken
no
cutlets.
pool, no nothing.
Nothing.
He's just gonna sit there
like a jaguar.
after golf with his fucking shorts on.
My ex-wife gave me these chairs.
Yeah. He's gonna
Yeah,
bring
you
his.
can't wait. And I said to him, Anthony, you want the chairs that we had by the pool, the ones you lay on? He goes, am I gonna fucking lay out?
Exactly.
No. I'm like,
See, I'm single now. I don't do that
I
shit.
said, I'm just asking because my mom thought maybe you'd want them. He's like, I didn't think you would. He's like, yeah, your mother's right. I don't fucking want the chairs. So you're right. I don't want the fucking
Did you return the chairs?
I'm going to return
No.
them.
She hasn't. Yeah, she hasn't.
That's like
returned.
my
It's
wife.
still
She
in a
buys
box.
shit
No,
just to
yeah,
return
they're
it.
still there.
To return.
I am at
Yeah, they're still there.
Kohl's returning
That's what
shit.
she does all the time. Goes to Kohl's to return
I go
everything.
there
Well,
with so
you could
many
return-
SKUs.
wait a minute.
You
I
can
get the
return
SKUs.
Amazon stuff.
Oh, you
Yep.
can return Amazon stuff at Kohl's?
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
know that.
Yeah, they
My-
probably have it.
I didn't know
Anything-
either.
anything
I
and
had to
everything.
go with a
Anything
ton
and
of
everything.
shit.
When you go to Kohl's to return,
Aren't they stopping that?
No, like
return.
Wendy will buy tons of shit.
And what do they give you?
and then
They
we
give you the
wait
money?
on
and they
Kohl's
keep
line.
it,
Yeah.
and you
then
walk out, and then they give
return
you
it
a
all.
20%
No, I know that,
off
but I
coupon
thought
for
they were stopping that for
everything
some
you want to buy that day.
Maybe.
But what do they do
Hope
with the
so.
merchandise?
They put it in a bin. Oh,
They sell it?
my
No, they return it
God.
back.
they
They're
send it
selling
back
it
to
now.
Amazon.
Amazon.
Amazon where they send
No,
it
they
back
don't.
and it's probably a kick.
They don't?
What do they do with
You
it?
know,
Okay.
you know
Okay.
what they do with
No,
it?
what do they do
always
with it?
something.
Oh, it has to
They
be.
Always
sell
something.
the bins to these bin stores.
Yes, I've been hearing about that. Yes.
The bin?
Where's the
And I
bin
Where
go
store?
to
they're
the
taking
bin
all the
store.
returns
The
and
bin
they're selling
store
it.
is down the block
And
from
what do you-
here called
Yes.
Black Friday.
Yes.
We were
Black
just talking
Friday.
about that
I
yesterday.
went to Black Friday
Wait.
yesterday,
Do you see your stuff?
and every day is a different price. So
Wow, I gotta go to Black
and
Friday.
of course,
Where
it's-
is
It's very like low end, you know. So you get a lot of people
Are
that
you
are
making
looking
fun of
for it.
demographics right now?
I am, but-
What do you mean? Like,
Listen, I
like what
can
flavor
because
of
I'm fucking
people?
Puerto Rican.
I don't know what that
do you
means.
Hey, come
want? So
on,
like
come
on
on.
Friday,
Fucking Jay's here.
Come on, listen.
the bin store is
Black
exciting. The bin store.
He's like, I'm in the room.
Listen,
I
I'm
can
right
hear
here. Listen, I'm right here.
Elephant.
I'm right here.
And my
I'm right
name
here.
is Friday. So
Right? Listen,
It's Friday and
Listen,
I ain't got shit.
that might be that might be my favorite place to shop. Come on, now. Let's keep it easy.
Where
I
is,
was in bin
Let's keep it
store.
easy.
wait, where is this place?
It's right down the block.
What do you mean down the block? In
Thank
the
you. Or I
the
should say,
Tri-County?
gracias.
Tri-County.
Tri-County Flea Market?
It's right across the
No,
street.
that's right here. So
Oh,
it's down the
okay,
street.
okay.
It's right
So it's a little
across.
further down.
So this is
Wait,
how the concept
hold on,
works.
Rosie. You got to understand. Talk to me like I'm a 2-year-old.
I'm gonna speak to you like duh.
All right.
There we
All
go.
right. You walk in to a store, and there's bins, and the bins are deep,
Hey.
and they're in a long row, multiple bins.
Where's the store?
Down the block?
I mean, she
We're
said
like,
down the
where?
block again.
Who's on
We're
first?
down the
Who's on
block.
first?
I know.
A
What
mile down the road, 2
That
miles.
doesn't matter. I'll take you there. Listen.
Like you're going to go to Arthur Avenue.
Yeah, listen. So imagine the bins are lined up like this, okay? And there's space in between, and they're wheels, and they're deep. They're about a foot and a half deep.
For the record,
Love how
she's
she's
They're
explaining
made out of
it.
wood.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
They're
it.
made
There's just
out
3
of wood,
napkins.
and they're on wheels.
And you
Okay?
buy the whole bin?
No.
Oh.
They're all Amazon returns, and they could be fucking anything. I'm talking breast pumps.
Nice.
I'm
Could use one of
talking-
those.
I'm talking lights for your pool. I'm talking
Anything.
iPad cases.
I want it.
Shoes.
I'm going to find this
Whatever
store.
you want.
So
Black
you
Friday.
can't buy the whole bin.
No, listen.
Okay.
So they buy the whole bin from these Amazon
Look,
returns.
Got you.
3131 Hempstead Turnpike.
There we go. We got
Everyone
it.
go to
There we
Black
go.
Friday,
I'm gonna go
3131
back out.
Hempstead
Anthony,
Turnpike.
Thank you for having me. This is...
Where you going?
Dude,
Well,
are you
over
in
here.
the? You gonna be in Tapping Out, that movie?
And what?
Tapping Out, that movie Buterra's doing?
Yes.
I'm in it too.
Oh, you are too?
So
Yeah.
is Danny Calabrese.
Nice.
Wait, where you going?
Never learn his
Coming?
fucking lines?
Wait, hold on.
I don't know because I
I'm
don't
outta
know
here
when
too.
the
Hold
shoot
on,
date is yet. But I'm
No, that's
playing-
right.
Cool,
What?
man.
Oh,
Are you leaving?
you're their ride?
Are we doing like a group shot?
What?
Yeah, you might want to go out there
I
then
will,
get a group
but
shot.
I'm gonna come back.
Okay.
All
I'm gonna
right,
tell
take
you
care,
all
bro. It's
about
good to
No,
meet
that's
you, man.
cool.
Nice to meet you, man.
Take care. Take care.
I don't. What'd you say? Oh, all
no, it's all
right.
good.
See what you did, you son of a bitch. I'm kidding. It's fine. It's cool. No problem. All right.
I'm coming back. Take a picture.
Hey, nice to meet you, man. Take care.
His
Take your
nephew.
costume, taking a picture. I'll be right
His
back.
nephew loves you. Well, you and Peter have gotten really close.
Wow.
Yeah.
What role is? You gotta tell me what role Danny Calabrese is
loves
playing.
me.
I want to.
I see that. Oh, there's Mikey. I have no idea what's going on around here.
I don't know. This is
Well, it's
crazy. We're off the rails.
we just hit 2 hours. Should we call it?
Yeah.
Oh, unless you got. Do you
No,
want
I'm
to push?
good.
What you got? Anything you want to
I
push?
got
Any-
nothing come up. I'm in the middle of buying a house right now, so
Oh,
I'm
very
like,
nice. Congratulations.
No, hasn't happened yet. I'm looking.
Oh, okay.
I just
Well.
looked at a total dump yesterday, and I'm like, all right,
Where,
change.
where are you looking out east?
Farmingdale-ish.
Oh, Farmingdale-ish.
That'd be a nice area, Massapequa-ish.
Very nice-ish. Near All-American-ish.
I like All American.
Oh, I could eat there every day.
And
the ice cream place next door,
It's
Marshall's.
too crowded though. You go there at lunchtime it's like full of all the kids, man.
Yeah, but you got to. Yeah, if you get there, if you have a late lunch or an early dinner, you get there. If you get there like between 4:30 and 5:30, you're okay.
Can you call ahead on that place?
No.
Order in?
No.
Oh yeah, probably not.
No. But yeah, and it doesn't matter. It's worth it. All right. So yeah, we're gonna go. Conversations this week. What do you got?
Yeah, we got what's his name? We got a guitar band called 10 Cent Revenge on the show, and also Dave Landau.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got my boy Dave. He got a new book out. So So go on Amazon, get his book. Dave Landau, my buddy.
Very
Good
nice.
time.
It might end up in the bin store if you don't.
It could end up in the bin store if you buy it and return it. But yeah, it's going to be. I got a lot of conversations lined up. Also, Steve Grillo got back to me, and he wants to do it in studio.
Nice.
So I got to set that up with you and see when we can get access to the studio. We'll have Grillo come. Hopefully, Grillo does better than Stuttering John did the other day. And when I say Stuttering John, fucking embarrassment. I give a lot of kudos, first of all, to what's his face,
Nick Greystone.
Nick Greystone for getting that, for getting Stuttering John. Nick Greystone's a great dude, great interviewer. I really like Nick and what he's doing. But man, Stuttering John, he handles Stuttering John really well. If you get a chance, watch that interview. It's cringy because of John, but you're not going to want to stop watching it because you don't know what this guy's going to do next. He throws all these weird fits. He's talking about all kinds of crazy shit. You got to watch it. I don't want to give any spoilers. So, yeah, give Greystone some love and watch what he did with Stuttering John. But we're getting Steve Grillo, who is just wrote a book about his time interning with the Howard Stern Show. Steve Grillo, they called him Gorilla on the show.
Right.
He's going to be here in studio with us, Tony. So
very nice. That's cool. Let's see. This week on Knock 'Em Dead, we got Jeff and Tyler on Monday. Diane's coming on Tuesday, but also on Tuesday, I have a hypnotist that's coming in. He's going to hypnotize me live on the air.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's going to be, who knows what's going to happen there.
How'd you get the hip? Is he coming here to perform?
Yeah, he's coming. No. He's not performing at Governor's. He's performing. This guy, I don't know.
So you got a hypnotist?
He asked me to connect with him on LinkedIn, so I did. And then next thing I know, I'm getting emails from him.
So
hey, can I promote my show? He's doing a show in at some synagogue, I think in Jericho or something. He's like, can I come in and promote my show? I'm like, yeah, sure. I said, if you hypnotize me, he's like, yeah, I'll do that. That'll be fun. I'm like, okay.
Some people can't be hypnotized.
It's going to make me be funny.
But some people can't be hypnotized, they say. Some people.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
I'd like to try to get hypnotized.
I want to see if they can.
I want to believe it. And then I need somebody to record me, and then I go, I was just bullshit.
I did it once when I was like 17. But it wasn't like one of those, all right, now cluck like a chicken. It was a relaxation exercise. So you're not like totally out of it, but you are to a certain extent. And it worked. It worked. It was kind of cool.
I'm curious. There's tells. I watched this thing about the FBI and hypnotism and mind control.
Okay.
And they said that there's certain tells about certain people that they can tell when the hypnotist takes the stage and he's scanning the crowd. There's certain tells that people have that they know. Like if they see, like, let's just say James, and they look at him and he's giving them that kind of look. He's like, all right, I can't do that guy. And then they look over and they see like a girl who's like,
right.
She's like, all right, this girl looks like I can do it.
Is that the same for those people that are like those mediums? Is that the same thing?
Probably the same type of thing. You want to look for people who believe,
right,
and are more acceptable to. He goes, it has nothing to do with intellect or any of that. It's are you able to bring it in? Do you want it?
Right. Okay.
But there's different tells. It's interesting. But in any case, I'm wondering if he's going to be able to really access you and be like. So you're like,
right. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that'll be fun.
I hope so. That'd be freaking awesome.
That's Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm here with Mike, and then Thursday and Friday, no Knock 'Em Dead this week. Going up to Boston. We're performing up in Boston.
Shipping off to Boston.
Yeah, looking forward to that trip. That's going to be a lot of fun. And Matt Napo, no, he's not coming with me. He just did the other one with me. Never mind.
How has Napo been lately?
He's all right. He's all right. Yeah, he's weird.
He's a grumpy dude.
He's grumpy and he's cranky and he's weird.
I see
him
he's all right. Mocking certain things.
He mocks a lot of people.
Yeah, he's
a mocker.
Yeah, but he's the kind of guy who can't take it. He can give it, but he can't take it.
Yeah, and he can get a little spiteful. Yeah. And he uses the N-word a lot.
Oof.
Damn. Yeah, he does. He uses the N-word.
It's never a good word.
But the hard R, not the AH.
Oof.
I think with the hard R.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Don't hold me to that, but I'm
I can't
pretty
get a
sure.
conversation like that.
Wow.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm out. I don't care what it is.
All right, and of course, check out the club. This week they got a great lineup between McGuire's and Bohemia, the brokerage of Belmore, and right here at the club in Levittown. Joe Matarese is playing McGuire's this weekend. So I'm talking next week. He's fantastic. At the brokerage end, Mark Riccadonna.
Oh, is he really? He's in town?
Yeah. And then here next Friday and Saturday, and which sucks that I can't make it here, Jim Florentine. Who Jim Florentine and Riccadonna always come in when they're in town, but I won't be able to see them this time. So I'm kind of bummed about that.
So next weekend, Riccadonna and Florentine here the same weekend?
Well, yeah, Florentine's at the brokerage.
Right.
No, sorry. Riccadonna's at the brokerage. Florentine's here. Yeah.
I haven't even heard from Riccadonna in a while.
I talked to him. I'll tell you about it. Because I've been teasing Richie Byrne, saying that Riccadonna has continued drink stokes and storytelling without him. Turns out, I'll be honest. I thought
he was.
I thought he was.
Right, because he was doing that podcast with that other guy, the filmmaker out in Jersey.
Right.
What's his name? I know that guy. I work with that guy.
Tom something, right?
Yeah, Tom. Yeah, what the hell is his name? I forget.
But then I realized he wasn't, but I kept the joke going because I was teasing Richie about it. I thought Richie knew I was messing around. Turns out he didn't, and he went to Mark. Mark called me up. Tony, I don't know what's going on. I don't want you to think that I would do the show. I love you guys. I'm sorry. Well, Tony, let's talk. So when he called me, I was going to call him back, but it was the same day I got headbutted by that guy.
Yeah.
So I texted Mark a few days later. I was like, dude, I'm really sorry. I was supposed to call you back, but I got attacked. I got headbutted.
It's okay, man. I'm going to be at the brokerage. I'm just not going to tell you guys I'm here. I'm just going to keep it a secret.
So,
Mark Riccadonna, I love the dude. God bless him.
And fantastic stand-up.
And
he's great.
It's next weekend, so I'll actually be in. This is one of the few weekends Mark's in town that I'm in town.
Yeah, right.
Every time he comes, for some reason, I'm leaving. Just like same thing with the sit-down stand-up thing. Every time I'm going to be gone. So I'm going to miss... I missed the Richie Byrne one, which I really wanted to be at because I was in Seattle. And then I wanted to be at the one here with what's his face?
Rob Bartlett.
Rob Bartlett, because I love Rob Bartlett.
Wrap it up.
And I want to see all that.
How great.
Yeah, he's
Was
great.
that great yesterday or what?
The advice he gave you was clutch, man.
You know what?
That was the
You know
best.
what's funny? I was like listening, but I was so tired. I heard it, but it was recorded.
Right,
Yes.
I'll watch it back.
Watch it
Yeah.
back.
I listened to
But he
it and I was
gave me
enjoying
great
it,
advice.
and I was driving from Philadelphia, and I'm like, this is a good show because he's just talking, and I'm like,
I made bring me like a sandwich from Denix.
I would do that. So I made two wrong left turns, and I'm like, where the after the towards the end of the show, I'm like, where the fuck?
Oh
am
yeah, because you wrote that you were.
And I
lost.
wrote,
yeah.
I love you guys, and I made a wrong turn. I'm not even listening to my GPS. I'm like, oh, this is an entertaining show. Like it wasn't like a spoof or
Right,
It weren't jokes.
He got serious.
And I'm like,
and
oh man, this is good. And I look up, I'm like 3 hours out. Not literally 3 hours, but I'm an hour outside of Philly in the wrong direction. I'm like, I got to get back to Westbury.
Right. I need the GPS now. I got to stop listening to this.
Yeah. And then he goes, you can't watch the pod. You can't be driving and watching. I'm like, no, I was listening. The phone is facing. I can't see the video.
Yeah, shout out to Rob Bartlett because he can get silly sometimes,
Fantastic.
but he reined it in and gave some clutch advice to Rosie and to everybody listening, and it was really cool. And it was also cool too. Tony did a great job of interviewing him and bringing out the Broadway side of Rob Bartlett. A lot of people forget about who could sing and fucking dance and these showmen like that. You know, I always think of him as Imus's guy. Like,
Yeah, right. Well, that's his big claim to fame. But yeah, there's a lot more to him before and after that. He said to me the Richie Byrne thing. He was complimenting me on my interview style and the show, and that just meant the world.
Yeah, from hearing that from Rob Bartlett, dude, that's huge.
It doesn't get much better than
There's
that.
a guy that worked with Imus, one of the greats, you know, in history of broadcast. I mean, you know, Don Imus changed the game. Don Imus changed fucking radio forever before Howard Stern.
Oh, absolutely, he did. Yeah,
and
that's a whole rivalry in itself.
Yeah,
well, true.
And then Howard Stern became Imus.
Correct.
Like, it was fucking nuts. Yeah.
Yep.
But and the nappy-headed host thing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don Imus, man, he was one of the greats for sure. He's one of the first radio guys as a little kid, my dad let me listen to Imus when it was Imus in the morning.
What was the name of the show? Imus in the morning.
Yeah,
Imus in the morning.
WNBC. Yeah, and he had and Moby the Worm and all that stuff. He had all these great sketches. He had one of the first. Don Imus had one of the first on-air prank calls ever. I think it is the first recorded prank call ever in history when he called McDonald's and asked for 10,000 cheeseburgers.
Right.
It's a famous bit. He's like, "Hey, can I get 10,000 cheeseburgers? But I only need 50 with pickles, 50 with mayonnaise," and like he starts giving special orders, and the kid's like, "I think I could do this." It's one of the classic prank calls and started the trend. Jerky Boys and everything else after
Jerky Boys.
Oh yeah,
they were great. Christ, short-lived though.
But Don Imus was the original.
Johnny Brennan, he's still around. I had him on my show once. Johnny Brennan.
Yeah.
He's great.
Jerky.
All right. Before we go, Rosie, this was your first time back on stage since the fire. How did it feel?
Great. And I
Yeah?
felt like I had a solid set.
She was funny.
Oh,
I did
good.
the
Super
one
funny.
person in the room, which is
Right, just like Peter said.
kind
Yeah.
of like a good measure.
Uh-huh.
And it was good. And I got
Good
the
for you.
light, and I had a lot more to go, so that
Okay.
was good too. Like I had
Good for you.
Good.
to do.
All right, and before we're about to sign off, so is there any other dates you want to promote?
I just got booked for this next Saturday while I was here. So
Where? Here?
here.
Very
I was
nice.
doing a Mother's Day weekend show.
Very nice. All right, cool. So go to govs.com and go see Rosie next week. All right, we're out. So we'll see you Monday morning, and we'll see Don next Friday.
Conversations on Friday, everybody. Oh, check out the last one we just did with Alec Quinn, who is a paleontologist and a comedian. She's going to be actually performing in the city. She's a DC comic, works in the Smithsonian with all the paleontology fossils and all that shit. It's a pretty cool interview. A lot of fun talking to her. She's awesome. So check that one. It's out and running now.
Very nice. All right, everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you.